So you want to learn about beer? Stay tuned and never fear. They're the guys for the case, 'cause they'll tell you all about what they taste. We got Mudhole, B&Q, we loves Star Wars and grilling too. And Knops guy loves baseball and board games, he's played them all. There's no place I'd rather spend the Monday nights than here, having a few chuckles and damn good beer. Now it's time for Two Beerded Guys.
See, that's the most I sing because I have a terrible voice.
How many is it?
There's two of us.
Is there?
There is. There's definitely not three bearded guys.
No, not at all.
Welcome back, guys. It's the time for the Two Beerded Guys. I'm TBG_OpsGuy.
Mudhog, B&Q.
Our guest, the lovely
Gabby, hello.
And behind the camera, the one, the only, the guy that most of you are glad you can't see.
Oscar and Matt.
Unless you're 60 years old, Mel White.
Yeah, and then unfortunately I sit in the only spot that can see Matt. So,
I have a type.
is this why you make me sit over here?
I don't want to look at him.
God damn it.
You're not 60 years old. You're fine.
And in all fairness, John, at this point, I think if we switch seats, it would be really fucking weird.
It would be.
Like, I would be uncomfortable.
Like the one time I filled in for you and I sat there in that seat, I was thrown off.
Yeah, I still don't know why you just didn't have the fill-in person fill in over here.
It's because that's the rolled seat.
Yeah, but you can't do the role.
Well, I had to once.
Oh, anyway, we're not supposed to be arguing. Anyway, Gabby here is
What? That's
from
the third of the show.
Sun King Brewing. We're here. We will it up. That's all, folks. Show's over. No. We will hear a little bit about her job, what it's like working at Sun King. We won't hammer her too much on that. Luckily, she's gotten doesn't have to answer too many of those questions since Mo's been on the show a few times.
I really want to know how big of a dick Smo is.
That's the main thing we can't wait to ask
Yeah.
about. And we're going to force you to give us an answer on that one.
He never watches.
I'm texting him to tell him to watch now.
Oh.
Right before we ask that question, I'm going to be like, turn on Two Beerded Guys.
He's watching.
That'd be funny as hell.
That would be.
He just answers, or on our comments, she's fired.
Tell her, don't even bother. Coming in tomorrow.
Why did this stop spinning? Anyway, we have 8 drinks lined up for you because one is a little bitty boy. So I went ahead and added an extra beverage. It's going to be a good time. We split them between all 4 of us, as you know. The 3 people on the screen are the ones that count in the scoring. We tried to remember to ask Matt what he would score a beer. I don't always remember. He matters in life, but just doesn't count on scoring. So, that is how all that works. Our scoring system's real simple. We're going to go over it to start off because I know, since we've talked about it twice before the show started, I will absolutely forget it otherwise. We're doing 3 as a perfectly average score. It is in quarter increments, so you can give a beer a 3.25, 2.75, all that wonderful stuff. So obviously above 3 is above average. It's out of 5. 4 or higher seek out. So now the beer's so good that even if it's in Denver, Colorado, I'm going to find a way to get it. All right, so that's 4 or higher. 4, 7, 5, and 5. Obviously, not only are you seeking that out, you're saying that's damn near my favorite styles, the way it's made, everything, blah, blah, blah. Under 3, below average, but that 2 to 3 range is still very drinkable beer a lot of times. Under 2, that 1 to 2 range, now we're getting into, I spent money on it, my buddy gave it to me and he's watching me. I'll drink it, whatever. I don't like it, but I'll drink it. Under 1 is absolute drain pour quality. That is the worst of the worst. That is the certain beers. And basically what that is that's drain pour, you're done, you don't want it. But on this show, Mama didn't raise no bitch and they're sober kids in Africa, so we don't drain pour anything. We finish our beverages.
Very true.
That's a first. I'm disappointed.
What?
Once. I didn't, she just straight faced.
You got no
The
reaction.
first time I said sober kids in Africa and got nothing. I'm just disappointed. John, you might have to run the show now.
To me.
That's the problem. It makes too much sense for her.
I was like, yeah. Okay.
Instead of catching her off guard like it does everybody else, she's just like, yeah, I mean,
That tracks.
that tracks.
Yeah.
All right, now I feel better again. All right. I thought
She's just as bad as we are. That's perfect.
I thought I was leaving the show, John. I thought today was my last night.
You have to put on a 2 weeks notice.
No, it'd be done right there. She didn't laugh at that. No. I get my one pity laugh a day, okay? Guys, we did have 2 great things we did this weekend. We'll talk a little bit about. Great event, great brewery opening, a lot of fun, a lot of cool content coming your way. Matt, kick us off with your anticipated beer.
I am, because I just like peanut butter and jelly, I'm looking forward to the School Day PB&J. And hopefully they can do
brave.
peanut butter and jelly right.
You're very
Because we have
brave.
yet to have a good PB&J
That's
beer.
what I'm looking forward to. This might be the one.
We've had a really good J mead that was supposed to be a PB&J.
How was your good J? How'd that go?
Tasted
Our
just
is
nothing
getting
like
better.
it was nothing but grape jam.
Yep.
There was no such thing as
It
peanut
was a
butter.
great jam.
Oh yeah, if it just said grape jam mead, fuck yeah, they nailed it. But we've yet to have good PB&J.
Team Moms.
Shocker.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
The reason John likes his daughters being in sports. Anyways, it's the reason I coach. I mean, let's be honest.
yeah.
I've been coaching for 11 years. I mean,
Are they wrong?
sometimes, not always.
Not always.
Gabby, what about you?
I'm gonna go with Web City Seller Alice because I really like sours.
Nice.
I only remembered that it was named Alice, and I was sitting there like, what the fuck is she? What? Oh, gotcha.
I'm saying the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't even. We're just like, oh, that one. We may as well just point to it. She's like, very professional on this.
I need to tone that down over there, okay?
You're making us look bad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
For me, honestly, I have to go with Goodwood's Bourbon Barrel Aged Stout. Really excited. We picked that up this weekend. Really excited based on the brown ale we had this weekend by them. If they can even remotely match that with a stout, I'm going to be a happy fucking man. So,
Little Buddy does get a nice honorable mention.
just a little can.
I kind of wanted to pick it just for the novelty, but
It's cute.
The problem is normally when you get these style of cans, it's because it's high ABV. It's a lager that's like 4.2. So basically,
Literally just.
you get like a shot of beer and move it on.
They're like,
Just a little sip.
we can't get cans anywhere. We got these.
I almost guarantee that's what
It's
it
a
was.
breakfast beer.
They named
Yeah.
a beer after the can size specifically because they're like, fuck, we can't get cans right now.
I mean, it is lunchbox packable.
I mean, no, you're not wrong.
so you have a lunch beer at work while you're on the clock? Just like sneak in your igloo?
while you're on lunch.
Or, well, yeah. On lunch at work, I meant. Sorry.
We're in Indiana. Most people don't get paid lunches.
Yeah, true.
I mean, what? Gotta love at Will States. We do have two ciders, which is unusual for us. We have a sour, a lager. We do have an IPA. Thank you, Terre Haute Brewing Company, for giving us that this weekend. We were running out. Hitting up River North, our favorite. I mean, we got some good stuff. Take a look at the picture. Figure out what you would anticipate. Comment from Matt so he can, pretend he has a job back there. And
It's very hard to keep pretending.
speaking of which, though, what do you have for us?
Jules Xavier, Russell himself.
Hi, buddy.
Outstanding!
What up,
Let's
Russ?
drink some beer.
Yes.
Brett also says, "What's up, ladies and gentlemen?" He says he enjoys seeing off-screen Matt. And
He's the
as
only one.
a reminder, he says a 5 tickles your Elmo.
Jingles your tingles, tingles your jingles, fluffs your muff, tickles your Elmo. I believe I'm still forgetting one. What was yours again?
Twitch your tweeter.
There it is.
Yeah.
We all used to have one that we used for that, and I
Oh, yeah.
got to the point I stopped being able to remember all of them.
And then he just
John
does them
can't-
all for us.
John can't remember which one is his half the time.
Oh, jingle, tingle, or tingle, jingle.
Yours
One or
is
the other.
tingles the jingles, mine's jingles the tingles.
All right.
How could you get that confused? Pete just jumped on too. What's up, Ugly Pete? Says
What's up,
2
dude?
ciders?
Yeah,
Yep.
we're running out of light beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna start reviewing our own kegs back here in a minute.
Tavor's gone very, stout heavy.
Yeah.
And I haven't been into a liquor store much in a while, for good reason. I bought our last 2 rounds of lighter beers, and it cost me way too much money. So
Yeah.
Tyler's taking a break on that. But anyway, I'm excited for this. It's time to at least start talking about what we're going to have for the first and foremost here.
Yeah.
You guys will be able to follow along on our scores on Untapped as I score as we go. Two Beerded Guys, friend request us on there. You can follow all our scores and see literally everything we ever drank. Matt, are you okay?
Where's the other cider?
The one you chose?
Oh, it is? Ah, fuck. I just saw PB&J like, hell yeah, it's a
When
cider?
he picked it, I started to tell him, but then I'm like, nah, this is more fun.
Oh.
Our first one was a nice little free gift we got this weekend. Angry Orchard Imperial Crisp Imperial Cider. This is gluten-free, 8% ABV.
Hey.
So that's what I get with the laugh.
Yeah.
It's an Imperial Cider, so of course it's 8.
have we had an Imperial cider before?
Yes,
Yeah.
but not by them.
That was a barrel-aged Imperial cider.
We did.
Yeah, from out in Seattle.
Okay.
And we had one from that damn place I used to bring in all the time at Broad Ripple. Fuck.
Ace.
Black Widow?
Same brewery.
Black Widow, baby.
Who makes Black Widow? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
Original Sin. We had the barrel-aged
Original Sin.
Imperial from them. Ha! There we go. All right. So, yeah, 8%. It's Angry Orchard. You guys have all heard of them. But I had never had this one until this weekend. So
I didn't even have it
heard
this
of it.
weekend.
you didn't try it this weekend?
Nope.
I didn't get any this weekend either.
I might have.
Savage
You
and I
drank
did.
it all.
Wait, no, I didn't get it. Savage drank mine. I brought it back to the table and then never got to drink it.
All right.
You still have a little beer left in yours. I got to dump that out there, John.
Dave Henderson just jumped on too. Says, "Hey guys, what's up, Dave?"
Long time no see, Flava Dave.
Well, the Angry Orchard lady was very nice.
She wasn't angry.
But she was one of those that told you what you wanted.
Yeah, she did.
Oh.
Ha.
So
Did she assess correctly though?
And Brett responded by spraying beer all over her.
That'll
I don't
teach
know.
her.
Her glass
She
was,
was-
that's yours, right? No.
I had the.
Did you drink out of a glass?
I did not.
Oh,
drink
yours
it.
is over
Oh,
there.
mine's over there.
Okay.
Should I
So then we
grab
have
that one?
No, you're fine. That's Matt's. That's John's. That would be hers then. There we go.
Okay, this is mine.
I was like, I don't remember. I know this one was mine, and I know that one was John's. I'm lost now. All right. Yeah, no, she was definitely forceful. She did. Why does it keep stopping today?
probably because we ran it for like 2 hours plus last week and didn't charge it this week.
Oh, it charges?
Yeah.
Oh, and you didn't charge it?
I didn't think about it.
Oh, that's definitely not going
Only
to
the
work
second
much
time
today.
I've ever used it.
That's definitely not going to work much today. Yeah. Give it the old Smo money swirl here.
I bet Gabby could tell us
5
what the
seconds.
smells.
Yours.
And don't forget the sniff and trail too.
Do the hang like this.
Yeah. In what direction do you swirl?
Now do the other hand.
And if you don't want to do both, you just do the opposite of your natural. So if you go to naturally swirl a glass, you go the other direction.
Now,
I love the fact that she's like, oh my gosh, I've heard all of this shit.
does he
I've
still
heard it.
lead those, or has he turned those over?
Oh, he still leads those. I don't
That's
know.
his
if I
His
can-
favorite thing to
He
do.
has
it
to do
is.
that. I
It
don't know
is,
if
yeah.
I can do that.
She'd bring tequila.
I would bring tequila. Surprise!
Yeah.
One is alcohol.
She brought margaritas to the last brew day.
The greatest bottle share story I've ever heard in my life. A brewery having a bottle share, and everybody shows up with beer, and she shows up with
I
tequila.
will never live this down.
I mean, she brought a bottle to share.
Did I?
I mean,
I mean, she did it
I
right.
Requirement
followed the
met.
rules.
And
Yeah.
some would say she did it better than they did.
How many people wanted your bottle?
A lot of the bottle was gone. Okay, people were ready to take shots. It was not just me.
So, a normal
So,
work
like I said,
event.
sounds like you did it right.
I think so.
That just cracks me up, though.
Brett says that was not my fault in all caps. He is yelling about the. I'm guessing price spraying the.
Oh, when you straight
Angry
up
Orchard
dumped
lady.
beer all over the Angry Orchard lady? Yeah. Yeah, it's done. We're not going to have rotating today. Sorry, guys.
He does also say that Can looks better, John. Gold star.
Yeah. See,
I like that better than regular Angry Orchard.
I do. It
Not as sweet.
that
Yeah.
Imperial cut the sweetness.
Yeah, and that's always been my biggest thing about Angry Orchard is it's a sugar bomb.
But it's still got some sweetness. It's not
Yeah.
a totally dry crisp.
No, it's getting there, but not quite.
Yeah.
You can actually tell the booze a little bit.
I actually do enjoy that.
Very enjoyable, very drinkable still at 8%, which is kind of scary. So if you're a cider person, love drinking cider, but maybe aren't used to 8%, be careful with this one.
You cannot tell at all.
Because it goes down real fucking smooth.
It doesn't quite meet the requirement for DUI shelf, but it's not a far cry because it goes down so smoothly.
Yeah, it definitely goes down scary smooth and very, I don't say this about Angry Orchard very often, very enjoyable.
Yeah.
So I'm glad this is the one that she sent us home with. The one that she went, take this.
See? She assessed correctly.
She sent me with another bottle of something different too. The cranberry.
She sent a bottle?
Yep.
Nice.
She sent me a bottle of the cranberry.
Yay.
It was the last one she had. So.
We'll try that.
Yep.
Not today, obviously, but we'll try that. 3 for 3.
Cranberry. That sounds really tart.
Yeah, I bet it would be.
I kind of hope it is.
Yeah.
I didn't get to try a ton of beer at the event this weekend. We were at Circle City Full Fest. I got to drink a decent amount because John was making sure I had beer, and some of the other breweries that we're friends with kept hooking me up. But
It was larger pours, not a variety.
yeah, and it was the same people that were getting me the same beers. So again, great beers. I just didn't get to try everyone's this time, which it sucked.
Yeah.
But it's such a great event. I can't wait to tell you more. I have a write-up in the works that'll be out this week. We also have a write-up from our Friday thing that'll be out either end of this week or early next week. We had a lot of fun.
And then I don't know if you had a chance to see, but there's a lot of, quite a few pictures and a lot of video.
I did. Doesn't look like you have everything uploaded yet.
No, it's whatever.
Because there was some videos that I saw you taking that weren't on there.
They should be.
Okay, I'll double check again. But I was in that folder today. Yeah, Circle
Yes,
City
it
Full
was.
Fest. Lot of fun. 100% suggest it when you see it on the calendar next year. It's basically the second weekend in November every year. It is an unbelievable amount of fun, and you definitely need to attend. Back to this drink before we go into too many stories, because we will talk for a while.
Yes.
Gabby, you basically have to work with testing things all the time and different things. I know you've done the sensory tests with Smo, mostly because you had flashbacks when we started talking about the swirl and everything else. What are your first thoughts of this? Because, like I said, I'm not an Angry Orchard fan typically, but this caught me off guard.
I actually do like Angry Orchard, and I couldn't tell at first until you brought up how it was less sweet and less sugary. That it was even different. Like you cannot tell it's high ABV.
No.
It's just less sugary. It's more crisp, more drinkable, I think. But yeah, I liked it.
Awesome. That's an even better, to me that works that she likes Angry Orchard though.
Yeah.
Because now it's people who don't.
I don't mind it, but yes.
You don't mind, I don't, she does. It's a great oh shit.
Spread.
Yeah.
You can't get, I don't think you could go to draw this perfectly if you're trying to judge I need a panel of somebody who does.
Right.
I don't think you could luck out and nail it this well. So that works out. Matt, was there anything last minute on it before we score?
Nope. I think you guys nailed it.
He really doesn't like ciders very much, so I was just kind of hoping.
I don't dislike ciders. Just at some point they're kind of it's a cider. You know.
See, that's the answer I was looking for. That's normally what he says when I ask for stuff like that. So
yeah.
I think it was good. I think it's very drinkable. I don't know if I would search this one out per se, but I'm going to give it 3.5. I think it's very excellent.
Gabby?
I was actually going to do a 3.5 too, so.
Yeah.
LA Night.
I'm going to actually be a little bit higher this time. It's not a 4. I wouldn't seek it out. Although it's about as close, I think, as Angry Orchard could get to a seek out. I'm going to give it a 3.75 on this one. I think the drinkability at 8% is something to be near that seek out level. It's kind of what I'm thinking on that. So it's going to be a 3.75 for me, 3.5 overall for the Two Beerded Guys score. Yeah. Matt, you don't count, but what would you give it?
This is going to hurt. 3.75. I'm going to agree with Tyler.
All right, so my new score is a 3.5. No.
I almost did it. No, that one's pretty drinkable. The fact that it's 8 and change, like that, the ABV horn me has to really kind of appreciate that. Smooth drinking, and it's not a funky, bad tasting sour. It's a better tasting
it's a cider, not a sour.
That's what I meant.
There we go.
Sour. Shit. Words.
See, this is why he doesn't count.
Words mean things.
Yeah.
Yes.
They do.
Sometimes.
The overall score on Untapped is a 3.71.
Ooh.
So we're right around it. So that's kind of interesting. We love looking at the overall Untapped scores because we'll either be way higher, or my favorite is the beers that taste like shit but have a lot of hype because they'll have massive scores and then you taste them and you're like, why?
Yeah. Yo.
I'm not understanding anything people are doing right now.
Confirmation bias.
So, Gabby, I did see coming up soon, Sun King is releasing Krampus Claws.
Heck yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Krampus Claws.
Can you tell us about this?
It is a blend of our Oktoberfest and our WeMac beers. And it sits on coffee with chocolate. It's pretty good. I like it a lot.
That sounds right up my fucking alley.
I know.
Is this a reserve series or just a release?
I think it's like a quick release.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be at the, what's it called? The Winter Lights at Newfields.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are they still doing the electric reindeer for that too?
I believe so.
She's like, you're asking me questions I don't know the answer to.
Electric Reindeer, is that not
Stop
like a
it.
great funk band name, though? Like a Christmas
That would
funk
be a
band?
great-
It would be, yeah.
That'd be a great funk band name. I need a new notebook.
Christmas band.
Yeah.
I need to.
Kind of like
Exclusively-
Transcendent Orchestra,
Yeah.
except...
I need a new notebook. I don't know what happened to my notebook. I put scores in and then I lost it.
Oh, no.
Well, we moved away from writing everything in our notebook because then we'd be like 300 beers behind scoring them. So, yeah. So I'm trying to do everything right, but now I don't have anything for fun things.
And Brett's got my back. He says it's a souder.
It's a souder. Okay.
But it's not sour.
It's
I know.
Yeah.
But he's trying. I appreciate
And remember,
you, Brett.
hey, Smo's the smartest man in beer. What is Brett's title again?
The garbage
Dumbest
can.
man in beer.
Oh.
Or the garbage can. Yeah.
In all fairness, that fits. Brett will drink anything.
With love, Brett.
So, before I pour this, John, kick us off with what we did Friday.
So, we actually had a chance to join a friend of ours in something he's been working on for a long time, Brandon Holder opened up Tarnished Hollow up in Elwood on Friday. This has been 4 years in the making. He's been grassroots campaigning, building money, building his brand through attending all these beer fests that we go to. And he's there. He's got it open. So I know he's worked on it for a long time. And I was smiling more than he was Friday.
The first thing in Elwood worth going to.
And how do you find it when you're in the big city of Elwood?
Drive down Main Street, look left.
If you're going north, look left. If you're going south, look right.
I mean, I'm sorry, that's pretty much the definition of...
The abandoned Pizza Hut's across the street.
Yeah. That's pretty much the best way to find, anything in Elwood.
Yeah.
Go down Main Street, look left or right.
Yeah.
Which, if you park there, don't get confused. That Pizza Hut is closed. The cheesy bread pizza is not coming back anytime soon.
Really cool small venue, though.
Yeah.
I can't wait for summer when you have both the front and back door seating. There's some seats out front already, but then there's going to be basically a roped off area in the back with picnic tables. That'll add additional seating.
Yep.
He has 14 taps? 12 taps.
I think it's 12 taps.
12 taps. I have a picture of it, but I couldn't remember off the top of my head. The coolest bathroom in the business, I think.
You can tell, even though he's not an interior designer, you can tell he's a designer. He's artistic. And
It's
we'll show
very
you
much
some
Brandon
pictures.
inside.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good reflection of him and his
Yep.
brewery. Like, it's cool and
He
it
definitely
fits.
put a lot of thought into everything he did.
Yeah.
Redoing some things 4 times until he got it exactly the way he wanted.
Yep.
Really cool. He always has great merch. So as he gets more opened up, they were still putting up the merch Friday. It was really funny. You could tell that it was a first day of an opening, and they were just focused on one thing, and then went, "Oh shit, we didn't put out the merch."
Yeah.
It's just you could tell it's a long time coming, and someone that really wanted it. Really cool place. The bartenders are great. Brandon is one of the friendliest people in the business, and you'll get the best funky weird shit.
Yeah. Yep.
While also having a guy that can make an incredible classic like his ESB that for me is one of the best ESBs I've ever had.
Yeah, great ESB.
So when you can have really weird shit and then an ESB that's perfect to style, it's kind of a cool
The
brewery.
Pacific Salad, the West Coast IPA, just delicious.
Weird name, but delicious IPA. Lil Buddy, by the way, is what we're drinking. A little lager by Hopewell. 4.2% ABV. This is out of Chicago, Illinois. I'm convinced they made this beer because during COVID or something, they ordered a bunch of cans, and these are the ones that showed up.
It is really fun, though. And Dave says he can't wait to go see Tarnished Hollow.
Yeah.
Dude, it was worth it.
It's a good time.
We went Friday. Absolutely worth the drive. I mean, it wasn't even a thought process for us.
I think we spoke about this. If we lived in Elwood...
I'd be an
I'd be there a
alcoholic.
lot.
Yeah.
I like that this isn't just a lager, it's a little lager.
Yeah.
It even-
Yeah, it feels like home when you're in there. It really does.
Yeah.
Now, part of that was Friday. Brandon's wife was in there. One of his kids was in there.
Yep.
I may or may not have injured my shoulder again because the 4-year-old and I were goofing around in the bar. I really should not be throwing a 4-year-old basically around a bar, but that's what was happening.
Seem to be having fun doing it.
I thought you were going to say you got beat up by the 4-year-old.
I mean, I did,
Oh,
but
wow.
Yeah.
not on her fault. It's shoulder surgery recovery, and she kept wanting to be picked up, and I'm like, I mean, fuck it, all right. I've been an uncle 7 times, not counting my friends' kids. You just kind of, kid goes, pick me up, throw me. It's like, all right, let's fucking do this.
This beer.
This beer, I haven't tasted it yet. I'm trying to find it in the goddamn...
I'm not sure if I've tasted it yet.
And you're out, right? This is not a good splitting beer.
It is a little lager.
There it is.
It's just a little.
Technically, it's classified as a Helles on here, by the way.
Oh.
It just...
Interesting.
I don't know if I can give it the full...
Where'd my beer go?
Right?
And there's just not much flavor to it. Drink easy.
I believe I had alcohol.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the key of the small can. You just slam it back and be like, oh, shit.
Slightly bready water. That's about the best I can give it.
Yeah, a little funky aroma.
But does
Splash.
the fun...
Yeah.
Does the fun make up for some of this?
What is the fun?
The little tinny can.
Little baby can.
Dude, little bitty can gives me a flashback to the shittiest beer that I think I've ever drank. So, Those little fucking Pinko cans.
Yep.
Oh.
I know what you're talking about.
Nah. Yeah, but I wanted to say it.
I was like, Pride came in a regular can.
I'd put Pride and Pinko almost on the same level. That, the little can Pinko.
Yeah.
There were some random
There's some
variants that
random
were good.
variants that are good.
There's not a lot to say
not
about
much
this.
to this.
Yeah.
It's
Short can, so if you're only wanting a splash of alcohol, something worth buying.
Good
I mean,
lunch
if
beer.
you want
Yeah.
a splash of muddy water.
If you want to share a beverage at all,
Have a couple cans.
I would just start handing out, like, I'd get a 6-pack and give one to each of your friends.
mean,
or
it's-
actually, if you're a good friend, 2 to each of your friends.
It's not unlike the mini water
Stocking
bottles that we saw at
stuffers,
Full
that's
Fest, you know?
Oh my god, they're stocking stuffer beers.
or trick-or-treat giveaways.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the adults that have
For the
kids.
adults,
Like, here you
that
go.
does work.
Yeah,
These are the good ideas.
This would be perfect for
Yeah.
your neighborhood, which does give adult trick-or-treat
it
items.
does, yeah.
Yeah.
That shot's tequila as well.
All right, so
Yeah.
I might
well.
buy a bunch of those if I ever find them,
Just to do that.
just to show up at your house on Halloween next year, sit on the porch, and hand them to the parents.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun and novel, but from a beer drinking standpoint,
Not a great beer.
it's not a bad beer. It's just
A beer.
But when you expect a lager, you expect a Helles. There's a lot of flavor that you expect.
yeah, I do. It's one of my favorite styles.
Yeah, and this, like I said, was slightly bready water.
So where's the hell's coming in? Is it on online or on the can somewhere?
They have an account with Untapped, and they have uploaded the description themselves.
Okay.
So when they put the style is a lager Helles, that's their problem.
Fair enough, because I'm going to say the can just says lager.
But
so
even
that's
an
why I was
American
wondering if
lager
it was
or
bag
anything like
something.
that, it still has flavor notes that you expect. Lagers have flavors, despite what you say.
Tastes like beer.
Matt's convinced that lager is just beer-flavored beer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's not technically wrong,
stand
but at the
behind
same
that.
time, like, there is flavors.
Yeah.
You are technically first to score this one. There's not a lot to talk about, so we're going to hop into scoring on this one.
I'm gonna give it a 2. It's I would drink it, but it's not anything special, I guess.
I really agree with that. It's not low enough to be under 2, because it's not like I'm mad at it, but it's the bottom of, like, that before you get mad at the beer level.
Right.
Yeah, it's you can't even call it average because there's no flavor in it.
No.
Like, so I think I'll go with it too as well. It's not bad. I could drink it. I'll never remember it.
You'll remember that can.
This is a beer that if somebody asks me if I've had it, I won't have a clue until they go, it's the one that comes in the little can. It's like, that's
Oh,
the
the
only
little
reason.
body.
And I'll immediately be like, oh, you mean the beer that doesn't taste like anything? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
Brett says small cans. LOL.
They're the ones that make people that have little hand complexes feel like they have big hands.
Oh yeah, that's probably why the cans. are
Oh,
that
yeah,
size.
see?
I bet that's the
That's probably
case.
why.
It
Yep.
could be a very niche
Figure it
market
out.
beer.
Crack the case.
You know, if you really want your hands to be huge,
if they're covered in or the color of Cheetos.
if that would have just been Cheeto dust colored, I'd probably buy out the stock just because it would have laughed. I'd have laughed my ass off.
So you're saying you just have a fridge stock full of that and Low Kings?
And they would never be fucking like drank. They'd just be in the fridge, just like
Just to make you
just to make me
giggle.
laugh every time I open it up and grab something like from the bottom shelf. Just
Yeah.
And Dave recommends 1 can, 2 straws.
not with that can.
I'd be
All right.
going 2 drinks.
So yeah, that is a 2 overall on the Two Bearded Guys score.
What is the average?
Probably really good because it's weird.
And where did we get
3.5.
Where did we get this?
I have no fucking clue. It's relatively fresh, so
Maybe someone gave it to us. I don't
no, I feel like it might be something I picked up at Total Wine one day.
know. Okay.
When I'm at Total Wine, I buy random shit.
Oh
Let's
my
be
gosh.
honest.
Either that or
Total
do we-
wine. You just like black out when you go in there.
I
You're
do
just
that.
like,
John's seen me
like
shopping
that.
there.
Yeah.
John's seen me shopping there. It's not pretty. I get just
There's been
Oh, it's the best.
it's been a few times where I'm like, I'm going in for just one thing, and literally I'm just like,
you get a cart just to have something to
Face
stare
down.
at.
"Yup, walk fast. Don't look at anything."
No samples. Don't
Nope.
talk to the ladies handing out the
In and out.
samples. Oh
Because
my
if you
gosh.
do, you're done. You're done.
They are Jordan Belfort level salespeople. Okay.
Oh my god, they're impressive.
They-
Those sample girls are like, you know, and the best part is they'll line up a line of samples, and one bottle will always be stupid expensive. Mm-hmm. because you like both it and the bottle they're wanting to sell. And she's like, oh, if you like this one, try this one. It's real similar, but like half the price. So you taste it, like, oh my God, it tastes the same, or it tastes really similar, and it's only half the price. That's still like $45, and you're like, do.
$45.
And it's their best margins, and yeah.
And they have deals. Oh gosh.
It's the old classic, the old electronics store that all went out of business. They would have like, that's Circuit City, right?
Oh yeah.
3 sound bars. Mm-hmm. Cheap, middle of the road, expensive. Their best margins, middle of the road.
Yeah. And then you have, like, I do love how they have all the, like, random tchotchkes or small, like, beer accessories, wine accessories, this fucking meat and cheese at the front counter, the little mini bottles, and they have much fancier mini bottles than anybody else.
Yep.
So you're like, oh, I've always wanted to try. Will it? Yeah, I'll buy a $4 fucking... Actually, I think it was $6, the one I bought you, just because I thought it was hilarious. They actually had a pot still bottle in this size. And I'm like, oh yeah, $6, half a shot of booze. Sure, why not? Like, Jesus. They're not
Nothing
dumb.
don't have though.
They're geniuses.
Distilled water. I went in there for distilled water one time. I was just like,
Well, if anyone might, it would be them.
Yeah, I thought so. Maybe.
Then you walked out with, what, 32 cases
that was
of beer?
that was the head down. I circled, made it through, asked the lady at the front. She's like, no, but let me look. Let me check. Nope. I'm like, all right.
Well, in all fairness, they don't even know what they have half the time. You go to ring something up, and they're like, well, this ain't in the system.
Right.
Oh, their distributors just drop shit off, and they have no idea most of the time.
Oh, I believe it. That place is huge.
What up, Short Stack?
So,
Our
open house?
every Monday interruption.
how was the open gym? I mean,
Good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Every Monday.
That's good.
The coaches, all the coaches, I mean.
She's a surprise.
Well, besides.
Pretty
most
much.
coaches.
But
She's the not surprised guest.
What?
I know, because
One
I told
sister
you work hard and you
people
give effort, so people
and
will recognize that.
Camera and all that stuff, so never comes down here during the show.
Right.
And then you
But
have
these are
one
the
that would
actual
kill to just be able to sit where you're at the whole time.
Okay.
Bet you can't guess what one that
Exactly.
is.
Coach Buckley on Friday said hi to me.
Did she? See?
She's all excited because the high school coach
so the
knows her
varsity
name.
coach
Aw.
recognized
For those of you that don't know.
Okay. Yeah.
Both of the coaches.
Very cool.
Kelsey, which I've already
Oh, yeah.
before, but
All right. Proud of you, kiddo.
She's just going to brush the dirt
Go have
off the
fun.
shoulder a little bit there. Did you hear that humble brag a little bit? Like, she even already knew who I was. It's fun. Oh.
But it is a Noblesville's girls basketball program. They run it so well. Like, yes, of course, the varsity coaches in this program are going to know the 7th and 8th grade girls.
Oh, yeah. No, there's a reason they do the big program, right? With the high school girls having, a little in the middle school program and all that stuff.
That's why they're title contenders every year.
And there's a reason people like Kylie come home every day excited to keep playing.
Yep.
There's something to be said about that. I mean, I make fun of it every time, but there's something to be said about
Yeah.
it.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, unfortunately. It's more fun to make fun of Noble Tucky.
Yeah.
Noble Tucky. That's so funny.
That's what how is that the shit I get you to laugh on? All right.
I'm sorry.
Like
All right, Gabby,
likes.
with your job,
With
so
my job,
you
yes.
have to work for Smo. We're sorry. What exactly are you doing for Sun King right now? Tell the one person probably still watching. No.
I work in the lab. We're doing a slightly new schedule now, so I'm actually working with some of the yeast stuff and the chemistry stuff. But I mostly just do the chemistry side of things. I'm checking the beer every day, checking the ABV and the gravity, making sure it's still doing what it's supposed to, still fermenting. I crash the tanks when they're done fermenting to bring them down to the temperature so they get transferred over to the bright tanks. Lots of stuff, lots of science. I check for diacetyl so they don't get that overly buttery flavor in the beer, stuff like that.
And then when she forgets to check, they come out with a popcorn beer or something.
Yep,
No.
yep. You're not wrong. Cool yeast, all kinds of stuff. Plate some beers, make sure there's not anything growing that shouldn't be. Just a bunch of science. I'm just Bill Nyeing it up.
Well, and for anybody that's worked in any of the craft beer industry in Indiana, most breweries in Indiana are way too small to even consider having.
A QA lab person.
They might have a lab that doesn't get used, or they might have
but
there's all sorts of things like that. But it's just not cost effective for most small breweries.
Right.
And so it's really cool to have somebody like Sun King in Indiana because not only do they have some of the smartest people in beer, they're also willing to help out smaller breweries and get samples all the time and do all sorts of stuff. So it's really cool when you have, people like Smo, who you guys have met on the show many times, people like Gabby. It just makes it where they get to flex a little bit, right? They get to show off that they're like, yeah, we test literally everything you drink.
Yeah, that is true. We do test a lot of the breweries in Indianapolis and other places too. Kombucha places, different places like that to come and get our testing done.
Now, do you run the blind tasting that they do every day?
Yeah, I share that role with Anthony, but yeah, I do run that. Yep.
There's a sadistic part of you who likes putting something weird in there.
I do. Or I'm like, ooh, this is almost
That
expired.
That fits.
Yeah, or like room temperature, and then you give it to them, and they don't know that it's room temperature. Oh, it's just a great time.
Yeah.
It's my mad scientist time of the day.
I get to fuck with people.
Were you there when Smo brought our blueberry ghost pepper brown ale?
I believe so.
Okay.
That sounds so familiar, but I feel like would it have been like last year?
Yeah.
Oh no, then no.
I think it was 2 years.
It would have been early last year, I thought.
If it was early last year.
Or no,
possibly.
mid last year. Mid 2022, I thought.
Because I'm actually about to hit my year mark, so I started last November.
Probably missed it.
Probably not.
Probably just missed it. You might have heard about the stories.
It was all
I feel like yeah.
blueberry and maple in the nose. No hint of spice or ghost pepper at all.
It was there.
Oh, when you drank it, it was.
Yes.
Well, we made the mistake of letting Smo be fully in charge of how much pepper went in the beer.
No.
And he really backdoored that habanero somehow.
He kept saying that there wasn't enough spice to it, so he kept adding more and more fresh ghost pepper from his garden, and it ended up pretty damn spicy. Now, we loved it,
Yeah.
but it was definitely a very polarizing beer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It
You
might.
guys like a lot of spice, I'm guessing.
I'm more of a spice with flavor guy. Like, I don't want the over-the-top spice, but that one had so many unique flavors going with it
Okay.
that even though you got hit pretty hard at the beginning, it leveled off relatively quick, and you were able to enjoy your, pint, 10 ounces pretty easily.
Well, now I'm intrigued.
I pray every day we bake that beer again because it is my favorite we've ever brewed.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
I like berries. I like spice. Can't go wrong.
We initially started that side deal of like a just chicken and waffles sort of deal.
Yeah.
And it kind of worked.
And then we added blueberry. And then I like hot sauce with my chicken and waffles.
Right.
And then we used barrel chips to barrel age it because we decided that would work too. Yeah, basically everybody kept throwing shit ideas out, and what stuck to the walls eventually what was used.
Frankenstein situation.
Yeah, it was great. This is Matt's most anticipated School Day PB&J hard cider, grape hard cider fermented with peanuts. I've never heard it used that way. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, fermented with peanuts. Normally
It smells promising.
normally that's a bright tinkle.
I love how you and I love how all of us on this side of the camera went, that's new. Produced and packaged by Misbehavin' Meads out of Valpo, Indiana.
Oh no.
Right.
What?
Cleaning that out of the tank.
Oh, that would
out.
suck.
Fermented with peanuts.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Also, Pete says, don't forget, he needs a beer list for the 8th.
Yes.
He has an event the
wow.
next 3 weeks in a row.
Oh, that is the 8th, isn't it? All right, we'll get you that list by Monday next week at the latest.
Yep.
We kind of actually have already started on it a little bit.
We get some ideas.
Yeah. We just got to make sure we can track them down.
So, this beer.
The nose smells like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, the nose is very
and
promising.
it's a cider. It's a cider, remember.
So, yeah. Drew gave this to Rob to try at Hops and Coasters.
And then gave it to us on accident.
Yeah, he couldn't find it, and yeah.
Yeah. So, what I'm noticing, so have you ever put, like, peanut butter on your pancakes?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a little bit of the nose I'm getting.
Yeah, I can see that.
I'm kind of hoping it still tastes that much like peanut butter.
It's a lighter peanut butter flavor, but give it a minute, and like you gotta get that at like the after flavor is peanut butter like.
That's not me for once, John.
No, that's me. Telemarketer.
Ha.
I
Well,
thought-
at least they're
God
admitting
dang
it now.
Yeah.
I just thought it was short
Oh,
stack.
this is delightful.
I thought it was short stack separated at shoulder again or something.
I
It is
didn't
a
want to
peanut
say
butter and
anything,
jelly.
jinx it. but-
What did you say, Sam?
Is it peanut butter and jelly, though?
That's a good question. Is
There's-
it peanut butter
yes.
or jelly?
There's not enough peanut butter there to call it peanut butter and jelly, but there is a peanut butter after flavor.
I think it's jelly and peanut butter.
It's more jam.
But I taste enough.
And I
of
like
it.
the jam.
There's more peanut butter in this than there is most things we've had that say peanut butter.
That's true.
Yeah, it's very strong, like peanut butter aroma, and the taste.
And the
It's
finish
real
has a decent
peanut
amount.
butter.
Yeah.
This is that sandwich when, like, your babysitter asks you, do you like more jelly? You like more peanut butter? Like, jelly!
Yeah.
So it's like a thin smear of peanut butter, and then it's like all the jelly.
It's peanut butter tasting, not roasted peanuts, which is nice because
Yeah,
most
it is
people
peanut
when they
butter
do
tasting.
roasted peanut butter, it ends up roasted peanut. Definitely more jam than peanut butter, but I still have a decent blend there, and I'm kind of impressed with how they did
And
it.
see,
Yeah,
Matt keeps
I
saying
do
it gets
too.
it at the end. I don't. I get it at the beginning, and then I get that jammy wash away the peanut butter.
I have a peanut butter start, big jammy, but then I have a finish taste that the linger taste is more peanut butter. For me.
That's what I'm saying, like that.
I wish I'd have more peanut butter linger. I'm not getting that.
Do you have to peanut butter linger?
Peanut butter and berry.
Did you just try
Not
to do the?
Yeah,
Not
I
even
tried.
jelly, more berry.
Yeah,
But
Keyword try.
I like it.
I do like it.
I like it a lot.
We got Carrie Shepard on. What's up, Carrie?
Holy shit! What's
Coworker
up, Carrie?
Carrie. She says, hi. I got a wavy hand.
Hey, Carrie.
Carrie hadn't been on in a while. How you doing, Carrie?
It's pleasant though.
Yeah.
This is
That's nice.
pretty enjoyable. I am not regretting my anticipated beer of the night choice now.
No, I think you're
And this
right on
doesn't
the
taste at
money.
all like a cider. Like,
No, it's not sparkly and bubbly.
yes. So,
But I don't think it would work if it was.
No.
No, which for the betterment. But I'm like, how is this classified as a cider?
In all fairness, well, it's because it's not made like a mead. Misbehavin' makes meads. They also make ciders.
Okay.
Their ciders never taste like ciders. Their ciders are literally
Okay.
like, we didn't want to make a mead this time, but we still sort of made a mead. Like, I think every
One of those
Misbehavin',
4% mead, so they call it a cider.
I think every time, it's 6.5. But I think every time I've ever had a Misbehavin' cider, it's never been like cidery to me. It's always been like mead light.
Yeah.
Which I would say they did that again with this. Just not the honey that you normally get from a mead, which is why it's more a cider. Damn, I like it.
I like it a
I do
lot.
too.
I was a little shocked with how much I like it because I don't have much faith in Misbehaving most of the time. So,
You go first.
I know. I get both flavors clear as day. I think they blend well. It's just not a flavor profile I'm going to seek out. So it's a 3.75 for me. Just because for me, I'm probably never gonna seek that out.
See, as I sat there and I drank a little bit more and thought about it more, I'm like, I would seek that out again. I was at a 3.75, but I went to a 4 the longer I sat here. I would go find this again and we'll look for it. I don't know how often it comes out, but that's what I'm going to go afterwards. I'm going to check.
Thank you.
I don't think it's outstanding to the point of like I'm going 4 higher than a 4, but yeah, I enjoy it.
All right, so 4 for John.
I'm gonna go with 4.5. I really like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. I like the peanut butter is perfect. It's not overly done. I really like the berry. I like, ciders and sours. I would definitely seek this out.
Awesome. I believe that's 4 1/4, correct, John?
It is not.
No, just under.
It is. It's a 4.08.
All right, so it's a 4 flat on the Untapped scale for us. Still seek out, right? I mean, still very good. You can definitely tell the person who maybe drinks a little more ciders and enjoys them a little more because she gave it the highest score.
Yeah.
But when you can get, I don't like PB&J flavored beers or drinks in general. It got about as high a score as it could get for me. John's still seeking it out. I think it's great. Matt, you're not a big cider guy. That you were anticipating this. What's your score?
What you think?
What you think?
I do love the flavor of peanut butter and jelly, and we haven't found hardly anyone that's executed it well, and I think that they did. I could have enjoyed more peanut butter in this, but it had them both. They both were there. The peanut butter wasn't roasty nuts.
Nah.
I'm
so glad
that
she's on
guy.
this show.
I'm not sure how much I'd search this out, but between the quality of how well it's done and how much I enjoy it, it's getting a 4.
All right, so just so you know, our friends on Untapped, there's only one who have scored it, and they gave it a 4.4 because they're cool and paid for that.
We don't pay
it's
for
nobody
that.
we actually know.
Okay.
And then it's just somebody who's friended us. And then the everyone score, 4.22.
We are right on the bubble.
Heck yeah.
That's a pretty good score. I clearly underscored according to everything. But yeah, local mead and cider place
Yeah,
worth.
that's cool.
Did Telly just admit he's wrong?
He did actually.
I mean, I still won't give it a higher score, but
We can cut the tape on that, right?
746.
Mark the tape.
Before we have our next drink, we did go to, as we talked a little bit about at the beginning, Full Fest Saturday. Full Fest at Fulling Warehouse Indy is... I thought you were hitting a button.
I was, and then I couldn't... I forgot where it was. Moment passed.
So, not only did he miss the opportunity to actually do his job for the first time tonight,
he failed.
and then disrupted you. Yeah.
I did it prior, too. Now I'm interrupting him.
I hate him. I hate him with everything. But it's one of our favorite events. We actually MC that event. It's usually myself and our good friend Savage, who's been on the show and great friend of the show and friend of ours. We MC it. We make fun of all the breweries. We keep the energy level up best we can. But the event's really cool. They have 18 breweries this time. So you had a whole bunch of different places you could sample. Great beverages all around. They do have 2 bars that are open that weren't very busy this time. People were taking advantage of the beer. Yep. You get fulling, unlimited fulling in the open lanes for you to play. And then there's the tournament where the breweries go head-to-head for bragging rights. And this year, Fulling Warehouse threw an extra wrinkle on top. Winning brewery, Fulling Warehouse is donating to their charity of choice. And that was a really cool little addition. Cool. And you could tell some of the breweries were definitely like, huh. We not only get our really cool championship belts that we brag about and show off, but now we also get a, throw something we believe in. Yeah, okay. Yep. Came down to a great Final Four.
Honestly, yeah. Fountain Square, they played their ass off. Just Hog Molly was that much better.
Well, the final was great. The Final Four in general, though, you had 2 Toms who didn't even really know they were playing in a tournament until like 3 days before. They knew they were going. They just didn't know they had a tournament to play in. But they played pretty decent. They had to go up against Hog Molly, and Hog Molly was just on a frickin' roll at that point.
Yep.
Fountain Square had hit their stride and knocked out the defending champs in the Final Four, Wooden Bear. Unfortunately for Fountain Square, no matter how well they played, Hog Molly had made it their mission this year.
Yeah.
I think after an entire year of us making fun of them, as the football brewery, to get knocked out in the second round last year, they didn't even make the Elite Eight, and they got knocked out in the second round last year. So we might have been a little merciless all year long. And they didn't lose a game.
Oh wow!
They destroyed everyone.
And breweries,
bullying works.
I want you to know that when we are told to MC that event, we are told to make fun of people and shit talk. So, it is not personal.
It's absolutely personal. There's a reason John's not the one talking. Savage and I are 100% personal and pick on every flaw you have.
All right.
You start dancing like an idiot, you're going to get made fun of.
Been told to.
I mean, I'd do it anyways, let's be honest.
Yeah.
And then you put Savage on the mic, too. There's literally... Her nickname's Savage. There's no chance.
That's her nickname?
Well, as far as we know, it might be her name. But
I thought that was
that was a Christian name.
But I think after a year of, and I always say the end of the year events are very hit or miss because we all have fest weariness at that point, right? We work 10 to 16 events a year, and it's going up every year now. These breweries do 8 to 12 events a year, depending on the brewery. If you're Tarnished Hollow, you do like 800. You get tired of events.
And I think they started Full Fest last year basically as a thank you. Mm-hmm. Here's something unique and fun that you guys can just, yes, it's another beer fest, but you get to have fun.
Have a beer fest for the brewery.
You actually kind of get to be the center of attention, not only for your beer, but for having fun. And it works out really well. You can tell the fest goers also feel the same way because now a lot of them, they drink heavily still, but they played a ton of fulling. Those lanes were full all day. It's a really cool event. The write-up, like I said, will be out this week, so look for that with all our cool pictures, videos. There will be videos and content from this event for a while. So,
did we get pictures of the beer vending machine, though?
I don't think I did this.
We haven't either time, I don't think.
One job, John.
Yeah.
John didn't get very many pictures.
I got probably 8 to 10 gigabyte of video.
But not enough pictures. I needed more pictures.
Screenshot, bitch.
Short story, there's a vending machine that's $2, $4 or $6 for varying levels of quality of beer, and I highly recommend going there and dumping a bunch of money in the $2 button.
It's kind of fun. It really is, especially if you buy a draft top from us first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cut that top of your can off and make it into just a cup, basically, And no, that wasn't my Fest cup all day.
You might.
I had a 16-ounce beer can that once I drank it, I just used that as my
Fest
sample cup.
Yep.
That works.
And since I was announcing and all the breweries knew I couldn't like make it out very much, a lot of them were just like, oh no, it's full. Here you go. John would come back, sit a full can in front of me, and I'm just like,
Yo.
Here's your treat.
oh, by the way, last but not least on Full Fest, bribery works. So if you go next year and you're wanting us to be a little nicer while we're announcing on your behalf, bring me food or beer. Fountain Square, we were giving them a lot of shit. All of a sudden, Fountain Square's owner walked up with a shit ton of the garlic, like, bread knot things from the food vendor. Savage and I went from making fun of them to cheering for them openly on the mic right there. I mean, it was clear as day it was based on bribery, and we gave zero shit.
We didn't go to journalism school. We don't have journalism ethics.
We have no journalistic
There are
integrity.
no
No.
rules.
No.
Oh, it was funny as shit because it legit was like night and day just stopping at what we were saying and like, anyway, so Fountain Square, everybody root for them, yay! We're whores, it's fine.
Everyone is.
All right, so we're gonna, even though we're running a little long, we're gonna go ahead and have our last beer of the first half. That way, we're not overloading back half of the show before we take our break. Reminder, because I have definitely forgot, when this beer goes on Can Cam, make sure you check out Craft or Die, the sponsor of the Craft or Die Can Cam. Creator of this lovely glass, which you've seen on Can Cam last week, so I won't show you again. Next week, we will have more glasses that we'll start showing, but I have a picture I got to take, and I don't need dirty glasses. So,
They have a new Fire release coming out this Friday.
they do this Friday.
do.
It is a throwback of a movie.
Would we be allowed to say or no?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, it's gonna be like, it's got Tim Curry as the
Just what movie is it based
Legend.
on? There you go. But it's the Tim Curry Legend movie, and the whole reason. So in the Facebook group that the Two Bearded Guys are in, the owner Nicholas Fake talked about when he thinks of the devil in any way, he pictures that.
Okay.
And so he's like, I've been wanting to do this glass for a while. He wasn't even going to do a November glass. He decided to do one, so he had to go with this one. So I'm a little curious on it. Love the glass. The artwork is gorgeous.
Yep.
But I was never a big fan of that movie, although Tim Curry's fantastic in it.
I didn't recognize it.
Yeah, I thought you said when he thinks of the devil, he just thinks of Tim Curry because he's also Pennywise. He's this like there's a lot of Tim Curry evil great roles that he plays.
That is fair.
That is true.
And John.
Sancho.
All right, so this is her shirt in a bottle, evidently. This is Alice.
It's funky.
Webb's City Cellar Green Bench Brewing. It is Alice is a blend of mixed culture golden ales, foeder fermented and aged in wine barrels. They've been around since 2013. This was their fourth blend. They are out of it's probably gonna suck. Florida.
Why would you give me so much of this?
But it's not Texas, so we got hope.
And it's already funky. It's supposed to be funky, so.
Yeah.
Well, it's from Florida.
Well, they can't make normal beer down there, so it just goes bad anyways.
You said you like sours, right?
I do.
Now, do you like these traditional type sours, or?
Yes. Yeah, I think so. I'm still kind of figuring out what I like, kind of, but
Gotcha.
yeah,
Tequila.
I think I like tequila. I got that one down.
So aged in a tequila barrel, she's already a step in the right direction.
But yeah, I think I do like
Sorry, I
traditional
can't find it.
sours.
Webb's City.
What was so? Did Florida kill a droid? Is that what happened to them? Speaking of Florida beers,
Yeah, I think so.
because we've never seen them on tour. Like after we started getting something that came out of there,
Agreed.
which
We
is
started
sad.
brewing in Florida as well, and yeah, you got to keep a certain untapped score.
So you can distro in Florida, just don't brew in Florida.
Yeah.
Let that be a lesson, Sun King. Take that back with you.
They're making great individual beers down there.
Yeah, they're doing.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, they
Oh.
brew down there, dumbass.
They're doing
we
great.
know. We know.
No,
They're
he
doing a great
forgot.
job.
Matt legitimately forgot.
All right.
Yeah.
I thought he was being. I thought he was trying to be funny.
Nope. He
Indianapolis
forgot.
and Sarasota.
Well, in all fairness, when you make things like Sunlight and things like that, like I would assume it's a Florida brewery. So why not brew down there?
All right.
The names do really check out, yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying. It
And
works
the
out.
orange too. Yeah, it does.
She's like, shit, that does work.
God dang it.
That is funky on the nose.
It is, but it feels like the wine barrels have tamed the funky just a little bit.
Yeah.
With a little bit more of that pear.
There's a lot of tannins to this.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't drink as funky. I can if I can hold my breath, I can drink this.
Yeah.
He really hates funk. Really hates funk.
Yeah.
I like it, but I like how it doesn't translate all the way over to the flavor. Like it's a little bit more tame.
Yep.
Nice drying effect.
Yep.
Definitely an astringent mouthfeel.
It's pretty solid.
It's not bad. 5.5% lower ABV than I kind of expected.
Oh wow.
Especially being wine barrel aged.
That's it though. It wouldn't take much for this to go more vinegar.
No, but it's not.
It's not.
The result is a dry golden ale with an intense natural stone fruit aroma and flavor that is enhanced by medium tart sourness.
It would be just
Kind of.
Yeah. Because it's aged.
Pretty accurate.
Damn.
I like it, I think.
Well, color me pleasantly surprised.
What are you damning about?
No, I was damning originally how much I liked it.
Yeah.
And now he's just... Alright, so John.
I'll tell you later. Sorry. I was deciding whether or not I wanted to say anything. 5.9%. I mean, very drinkable for being as tart as it is. The nose definitely is going to scare people like mad away. But the flavor doesn't quite match that, which is, I agree with Gabby, kind of nice. I love those over-the-top, like, funky sours. Mm-hmm. I love them. But sometimes it is nice to have one that you still get the aroma and the feel of, without necessarily being like, all right, this is starting to become a chore.
Right.
I think the wine barrel was a good choice. I think that blended nicely, provided some complementary flavors and a little bit of tameness to it.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. I don't think it's not the greatest sour I've ever had, but I think it's solid. Honestly, I'd give it a 3.5.
Gabby?
Yeah, I like it. It's a pretty basic, nice light sour. I was surprised by the lower ABV. I'd probably give it a 3.
I think I'm a 3.75.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, I'm a 3.5. I bounce back and forth. Sometimes beers have me just sitting there bouncing. It's gonna be a 3.5 for me, so it's gonna end up at 3.25. Solid.
Yeah.
Very drinkable. Definitely makes me happy for once for a Florida beer. So.
Yeah.
But I'll take it. Matt, for the guy who describes funky beers as feet, what do you think of this one?
Well, on a scale of 0 to 5 feet, Tyler. I don't know. This one's pretty. Once you get past the smell, this is a pretty smooth.
How many toes? 10 toes.
10. This is pretty drinkable. I hate to say I kind of enjoy this one. If I was gonna get this traditional funky sour, which I know this isn't quite that, but it's as close as I'm gonna get, I'll give it a 4.
That makes sense.
All right.
I like the more funk. My score's a little lower. He hates funk. He's like, oh, a funky beer that's not as funky.
Yeah. So 4 toes out of 5.
4 to 5. Is that not the big toe or not the pinky toe, though?
Ooh.
Now I feel like I'm being too harsh with my score.
No, you're good.
No, you are more than fine. So, the score on Untapped, obviously, is ours is a 3.5. The overall is sub 4 at a 3.97.
Okay.
So, even Florida doesn't think it's a 4. So,
Can we start like a new Florida instead of Florida Man, like Florida beer?
Florida beer.
Oh, God.
I want to make Untapped Man.
What would that even be?
I would kill to have like a line of beers that were called Untapped Man series.
We'll figure it out.
And do name them ridiculous things, automatically just say they're a high score and just see what people put on
Untapped Man.
there. Yeah.
Florida beer was held while robbing a Burger King. Boom, easy.
All right. I want that t-shirt.
Yeah.
Which one? The Rob
Florida
one?
beer.
All right.
Florida
The
beer.
wanted poster.
Yeah, I got you.
Gator was found drinking Florida beer.
Now we're
That
on to
does
something.
work. That does work. God damn it. All right, new Two Beerded Guys merch. Speaking of merch, before we go to break, make sure you check out our Square store. You can find that on our link tree, basically on all our social medias. There will be a post again tomorrow about it as well, so if you need an updated post, it will be on our socials tomorrow. I'm so glad I actually looked at what was being posted tomorrow.
Good job.
I do think so far out in advance sometimes. I
Yeah.
don't always know what's being posted on what day. But yeah, check out our Square store. We do ship, so real simple there. You just buy what you want. We ship it out. You get it relatively quickly. I'm not saying craft or die quick because 2 days is ridiculous, but it'll be pretty quick.
I try. I'm gonna try.
No, it won't. But almost all our merch is on there. We do have a lot of things going very, very quickly right now. We're getting very low on certain shirt sizes, all that wonderful stuff. We have new shirts coming. But if you want something from this batch of shirts, the Hop Wars Episode 4, the Hoppy Bear, the Octo Bear, it is one-time releases. If they run out, they run out. So order them while you can. This is not something like, oh, I'll wait till they get them back in stock. Get them now.
Hop Wars Episode 4
It's getting
is
very
getting
low. It is getting very low, and a couple sizes of both Hoppy and Octo are getting very low.
Yep.
So make sure you check that out. Get what you want now. We'll ship it out. We'll be right back. Check out our creative person of the week, Miss Erin Donovan. They are probably the coolest creative weirdos we've ever met. So love Erin and the projects of Eden Lost. people that are massive hat whores on this show with me and Matt.
Yeah.
And we don't sell hats. That seems weird.
Missed opportunity.
We're gonna have to find somebody that'll do them for us, though. So, what other business do you want to talk about? Pretend we're not on camera right now.
Well, so we got upcoming event with Pete. We need to choose some beers for her.
Oh, anyway, we do have some really cool upcoming events, and we are busy as fuck this winter. We have Irish Fest coming up Saturday, Circle City Irish Fest in Noblesville, Indiana. I do think it's funny. It's called Circle City Irish Fest, and it's located in Noblesville, Indiana. But we
Give me another real quick.
we are having a booth there, helping out there a little bit, doing our shenanigans and drinking some drinks and having a good time, listening to some Irish music. I've been on an Irish music kick anyways, so
Yep.
John was in my car the other day, and that's all that was playing. So,
Yep.
which made him happy because it wasn't country music. So,
I was dreading that.
John's like, upgrades! But we have that coming up this weekend. There's still a few tickets left. Make sure you hop on those. They're cheap. That's $15. Tons of bands playing all day long, from 2 to 10. And so for $15, if you can't make it at the start, that's fine. It's a long enough event. You're going to get all the fun out of it.
Yep.
So make sure you still take a look at that. Check it out. We'll be there along with some TBGU friends.
Yep.
So they're going to help us with the booth a little bit because it is an 8-hour event. And we'd like to be able to walk away from our booth a little bit. So
Yeah, I don't like standing for 8 hours straight.
we're bringing our chairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, very excited for that event. We also are going to be a part of our first Tasting Society event for Indiana on Tap this year.
Yeah.
I used to go to them all the time, but now we are going to be there. There's going to be a surprise possibly, so stay tuned. We'll be announcing that surprise later this week possibly, all that good stuff.
There's the Tasting Society.
Mostly because John and I forgot to talk about it before the show started. But we will announce that later this week.
Maybe we can call in Gabby for help.
We didn't do our job.
Shock.
But check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's some really cool breweries and home brewers that are going to be at that event this year.
Yeah.
So, or that month, because they do a few a year. So I'm excited for that.
Yep.
We have Frigid Digits in February. We're staying busy.
Got our Denver trip.
Got our Denver trip in February.
And it is a TBGU trip, so if anyone wants to fly to Denver that same time frame,
You're going to have to get your own Airbnb this time.
yeah,
though.
you do all that. You get your own, but you'll have people to hang out with.
Yeah. Normally we'll set you up in our Airbnb, but we have a different staying situation this year. So
Yep.
you got to get your own. Sucks to suck. But that is all of the things going on right now.
Hey, come hang out with us. Sucks to suck. Hanging out with us.
No, anybody who hangs out with us knows that's fine. The paying for your own shit part's what sucks.
Yeah.
But we're excited. We're going to hit up some of our favorite places in Denver, as well as
Some new ones.
a host of new ones that our friend is setting us up on going to. So
The only problem we're going to have is we're going to, at some point, be like, well, now the entire weekend is scheduled before we get out there because we're going to have too many things to hit.
in all fairness, that's the way it's pretty much always been.
Yeah.
It's,
And yet
you
we
know
still
what?
find time
Then
to do
we
new
turn
shit.
it into a 2-week trip. Then we turn it into a 3-week trip. Then we turn it into a month-long
I
trip.
mean, why come back?
We
to
don't make
Indiana?
enough money to do that.
Yeah, I was like, good for you,
Just
man.
give us a chance.
Like,
I mean, we're working on it, but we don't make nearly
Hey, you know
enough.
what? If you sign up for our Patreon,
You know what? Get enough people on our Patreon. Maybe we'll pay for we'll do a giveaway where you get to go with us and we'll pay for it. That's a long way away, though.
that's a lot of $20 memberships there.
I need about 15 to 20 more patrons for me to even consider that being a giveaway.
that's true, actually.
I did the math kind of quick on that one. Money math I can do.
yeah.
Put it in dollars, and he's
Oh yeah,
ready to go.
dollars it's fine. Actually, I could probably solve for X and shit if you just made it money related. When
We're going to do a
when they start being
$1,000 tier.
NX bullshit and all that stuff in math, I'm like, you make it money, and I'm like, oh, that's going to be exactly 3.4 people at this tier. Like,
I got it.
That's what we do. A $1,000 tier, annual membership, and when we do our trip, you get 1,000 entries into it.
you're not even guaranteed to go. You just get 1,000 entries. Oh my god, how funny would that be if the $1 person won?
Hey, it's the lottery, baby.
Oh my god. I'm so happy right now. I'm going to open this beer, tell it what it is, and then Matt, you'll go right after that, brother.
Fair enough.
So we have the an American original from Terre Haute Brewing Company, the Wango Tango IPA, 7.5% brewing. We decided to highlight some Indiana people this week, especially because, well, they gave us this can. Brewed and canned at Terre Haute Brewing. We have from John Mellencamp to Axl Rose. It's pretty clear that Indiana rocks. Wango Tango is a luscious Indiana IPA brewed with Apollo and Citra hops, brewed with premium malt and naked oats. This beer brings a soft and smooth body, amplified notes of citrus, and tangy tangerine finish that is out of this world. Rock on with a Wango. That sounds a little inappropriate.
Gabby put you on the spot. Naked Oats?
What?
What the fuck's Naked Oats?
Naked Oats.
Do you know what the fuck Naked Oats is?
I feel like I should, but
It's-
no.
Okay.
Smo's over here going, and that's a new training point. No.
I'm in trouble.
That's the arrest record for half of Hall & Oates. The Naked Oats.
God damn it.
If I say what's Hall & Oates.
She's much younger than us.
It sounds familiar. I'll give you that.
Best part of this week, I'm not the youngest person on the show.
Now
Not even
I'm
close.
going to have to text Smo and be like, Gabby, let us down.
Not only does she not know what Naked Oats is, she didn't know who Hall & Oates was.
Ruh-roh. It sounds familiar, okay?
You'd probably know him if you heard him.
Yep. Thank you.
I'm
And,
not sure I would.
You wouldn't know either?
Oh, I know who all Oats is.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Man-eater? Come on.
Oh!
There it is, see?
She has no idea.
I do! He's a man-eater.
Nailed it.
Proud of you.
See?
I really thought she was going, oh, like,
know.
if nobody calls me out on it, I just pretend I figured it out.
Dude,
Just nod and smile.
the best contribution I ever had to humanity for a while was there was Call & Oates. It was a 1-800 number that you could call, and you could like, for man-eater, press 1. And with like 4 different hits that you could like press like 1 through 4 and then just start playing the song.
The early internet.
Yeah, and then
What a
it quit
time.
doing that, and I was sad when I called in, and it was no longer there. But instead of being sad, how about happy, Tyler? You'd appreciate this. Carrie said that she is currently at D&D night at Scarlet Lane Brewing in Irvington.
Whoop, whoop.
I saw they were doing that on Monday nights now.
Nice.
That is fun. You know the worst part, though? That membership I have that gets me all the, like, really cool events and shit? Because they always do them at the original location, which is closed on Mondays.
Some days.
All the cool events are on Mondays. I've missed
I
3 in a
remember
row.
that time that you skipped our show.
Oh, well, there was one I straight up told you to fuck off. Yeah.
Yep.
That was a really cool tasting event with a whole bunch of food hosted by the chef.
Ooh.
You were like,
I am fat,
you were
love
like,
food.
I'm going to be flying in late.
I did. I showed up for the second half of the show. I got here earlier
Was
than you
that
thought it would.
every night?
It was.
Yeah.
The
It
what-
smells good.
Yeah, I like the hops. What hops is it? Did you say something?
I remember Naked Oats. Apollo and Citra hops.
Yeah. I think I like the smell of citra hops.
I don't know Apollo very well.
I don't know Apollo very well either.
I know Citra very well.
Yeah. Yes.
Do not know Apollo. Which is kind of cool they use something different.
Yeah, not the normal 4. The core 4 of hops.
Every IPA in the world right now. Citra, Mosaic, Amarillo, and Galaxy.
So I know we're drinking it a little warmer than normal, but I think the flavors are coming out very well. It's not overly bitter. Actually, I think you wish it was more bitter.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like less malts, less sweet malt, and more hop bitter.
Yep.
But when I saw Citra hops, I don't know Apollo at all. But when I saw Citra hops, I knew I wasn't getting that. So
I gotta taste this. I was like, I know what Tyler's tasting notes are gonna be.
my tasting notes are they made a good beer. It has a nice citrus feel, a pleasant mouthfeel, a little bit astringent at the end, but overall a nice pillowy mouthfeel. Very pleasant beer.
Yup.
Wow, I'm proud.
Yeah.
I don't like it that well, but it's a very pleasant beer.
It's done very well. It's just not the way he likes it.
It's the same as every goddamn IPA anymore.
It's got Apollo.
I don't know what it tastes like. It didn't change it much, so I'm going to go with evidently it doesn't fucking matter what it has.
I'm gonna look it up.
Pillowy, sweet. Ugh.
But this one was this wasn't labeled as like a hazy though, right? This was more of a...
No, but it said Citra hops. I didn't have much hope for it being bitter. Citra's a flavoring hop.
She's hazy.
Fair.
Yeah, she definitely has
It
in
is a little bit
color.
on the hazier
She
side.
hazy.
but-
Oh yeah.
Let's put it this way. Matt, if I didn't know what you looked like, I could use this as the blur screen for if you were reporting on the mob.
She's opaque.
Sure is.
It sure ain't see-through. All right.
All right, so Apollo is a newer super high alpha variety with a low cohumulone level that makes it an excellent bittering hop.
Bullshit. Sorry.
But used towards the end of the boil, which is not when you do bittering, it contributes flavors such as citrus, grapefruit, orange,
They use it at the end then.
pine resin, and cannabis.
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
Oh, we're starting to use cannabis now as a description, since that's legal in every state
Since
around
that's
Indiana except for Indiana.
I know, didn't Ohio just
Yes.
Yeah, which I thought
And
like
Kentucky passed medical last year, but it's not official till 2025.
At this point, it would be funny just to keep it illegal just because we're the only
It's
state.
really not.
You know
It's
what?
not funny.
No, because the
Give us-
state, I don't even smoke, but the state's losing an ass ton of money.
They are.
This is my favorite picture I've seen in forever.
That's hilarious.
For those of you that obviously can't see it, it is the state of Indiana smiling and laughing stoned, with Michigan, Illinois, and Ohio blowing smoke at it, and it literally says, "I get by with a little help from my friends."
Accurate.
Yeah.
Very
The
accurate.
Beatles would approve this message.
No, but...
The Beatles were a band from England.
Beatles.
she's wearing a Grateful Dead shirt. She's got the Beatles.
Damn it. Alright, I'm gonna be real honest. I've
That
barely
worked
listened
out
to the
so
Grateful
well.
Dead. I've barely listened to the Grateful Dead.
I mean, I'm not a deadhead, so you're good.
Someone has called me out on this shirt at least twice, and I'm like, what? And
Deadheads
they're like,
will.
oh.
Yeah. I just
Deadheads will.
like the shirt.
I actually just really like Alice in Wonderland.
But Deadhead's really nice though. But they're also very specific. Like, oh man, did you hear that one recording when in '78 when Jerry had a cold?
You're
Yeah.
like, what?
It sounded completely different. You're like,
Oh, okay.
sorry, bro. I just like the shirt.
And she's over here going, "Who's Jerry?"
Fake it till you make it.
I'd just be like, "Fuck yeah, it was so weird."
Apparently, apologies. Jim says it's kind of funny now. The sound is off from the actual mouths. It must be like watching Godzilla.
You must be on Facebook.
Ooh,
He is commenting from Facebook.
got him.
That's what happened
So
last
happens.
time.
Interesting.
2 weeks ago, I think it was, somebody commented that we were straight up like
Syncing up.
Chinese fight scene,
Interesting.
Taiwan,
Okay.
Tokyo, Godzilla type
That's
shit.
a setting I can change now that I know that's happening.
Yeah, that was 2 weeks ago. I think it happened too.
It's going to be kind of hit or miss to try to get it right.
You're gonna try to dial it in randomly each week.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna get real bad
Yeah.
before it gets better.
Yo.
Because he's gonna go the wrong direction at some point.
In the meanwhile, you can also always switch to YouTube.
The
Please do.
with back to our
I'm giving up on Facebook.
cannabis conversation.
Oh, right.
What I really hope Indiana does, make it legal except for Sundays.
No, I don't even want it to be Sunday. I want them to pick an arbitrary day, or do like a different holy day. You know how a lot of
Yeah.
churches do Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Make it like illegal except Wednesdays. Like
No,
just
that would be fucking great, John.
Just
I endorse
the-
that.
just
I kind of hope that
My
happens.
name's Matt Reichman, and I approve this message. Like, let's get
just
let's
to
make this shit
Indiana
happen.
the shit out of it,
Yep,
right?
Yep.
You have to.
Absolutely.
You can't just be free for all at the start. You gotta
Or-
do some weird shit.
I'm
first.
still convinced Alabama will be legal before us, just because Indiana's going to be like, no, we're the south of the north, so therefore we're not doing it till they do.
Yeah.
That is the most accurate thing.
Yeah. Also, Ohio's, this is my
North.
last comment on this because it also made me laugh. Ohio not only made recreational legal, you can have up to 2.5 grams and be legal, which is quite a fucking bit, a lot of weed. Or you can also grow up to 6 marijuana plants in your home and still be legal.
See, when you leave it up to the voters, they get it right.
I laughed my ass off because Ohio not only went from like illegal to legal, they're just like, you know what? We're throwing a 10% tax on it, so we're going to have, you can go buy your shit. But if you just want to grow it at your house too, 6 plants. All right? Don't go crazy. We don't want you like doing illegal deals and shit, but like 6 plants, you can grow that shit.
Well, it's like a nacho, though, right?
I
Like,
think
if it's all
Florida's
together,
like
it's
two.
one nacho, it's one plant, right? Like, it can be like 5 feet tall, but it's one plant.
I mean, yeah.
You're making great points.
But it cracked my ass off when I read like the letter of the law, or like the new law. It's just like they went from very no to like,
Yeah.
you know what? Fuck it.
Okay.
Guys, have a good time.
Michigan, Colorado, Illinois, they're all making way more money than we are on this shit right now, and we're gonna fucking just tax it and be done.
Just don't drive. Okay, it'll be good.
And don't take it to Indiana.
Right.
Jim says YouTube is much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, we're not Godzillaing on there.
God damn it, Zuckerberg.
Oh, and now we got booted off of Facebook. Yep.
It wouldn't surprise me. So, this beer this time, it's not my style. It is what it is. Very well made. The flavor profile is solid. I do think the tangerine they want to come through doesn't as much as they would hope. I get more citrus than that tangerine. But I also think it was well made and pretty tasty for the style. It's just really about as far away from my style IPA as you can get at this point.
Question for you.
No.
Citrus is more of a general category that includes...
When I say citrus, I'm leaning more lemon, orange, that side. Tangerines have a little more sweetness.
Yeah, all right. Just want to clarify.
Yeah.
Okay. Words mean things.
I agree.
They do.
Who's Hall & Oates again?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Who's the Beatles? No.
All right.
It's got that lizard named Ringo on there, right?
I will never forget this. I know who Hall & Oates is now because of today.
You're welcome, I think. John still has no idea, so you're at least one up on him.
Isn't he the guy who did the whole video of him on the hoverboard or whatever?
It's a single guy. I thought it was a band. I thought the band
that
was
guy?
Hall & Oates. I thought it was like a Amigos situation.
Well, there's Hall and there's Oates.
Yeah.
And then they got a backing band, yes.
Oh, shit.
So,
Learn
You
something
just
new every
blew
day.
her mind. I have no idea what you're talking about.
they're great live. I would
I'm
strongly
talking about
recommend
the guy
seeing
on
them.
the skateboard.
Yeah, the guy on the
With
skateboard.
the juice. I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
I have no
Listening
idea what you're talking
to Dreams by Fleetwood Mac.
Or maybe he's a Fleetwood Mac guy.
I have no
He's
idea what you're
Fleetwood
talking
Mac
about.
guy.
So,
Lindsey
Oh,
Buckingham.
it's one of those bands. One of those bands.
Whatevs.
time to score this beer. It would be you first, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
No pressure, get it right.
I actually remembered for
Gosh.
once.
I'm gonna go a 2.5 because I do like this beer, but it's not giving IPA. There's not like a bite to it that I normally get from IPAs, but I do like the flavor and I like the citrusy notes. But yeah, go ahead and 3.5 or 2.5. God.
Those are two very different scores.
2.5. 2.5.
Let's split the difference and call it a 3.
For me, I'm getting wood ass from this damn chair. We need new chairs, dude.
Wood ass. That's the.
I'm gonna give it. I think it's well made. I think it's well done. I agree with it's not an IPA, but that's because I call any hazy not an IPA. I'm gonna give it a 3.25 because I think it's well done enough to be above average, but it's not my style. I understand if somebody wants to go higher, but I also could have gone lower.
Damn it. Principles.
This can this time, or which principle?
What's on the can?
On the can, in the can.
Yeah, and there wasn't
And it
tangerine.
says IPA. It doesn't say hazy.
Nope.
And if this is a hazy, if it says hazy IPA, it's 3.5. It's very well made. It's one of those very delightful people who don't like IPAs will drink this and say, "Hey, I drink IPAs."
Which means it's not an IPA.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I like it.
But because it says it is just a straight up IPA.
Yeah, but anyone who knows beer, they put the hops on there. When you see Citra, you pretty much know it's not going to be a bitter beer.
Yeah.
Not a lot of IPAs have Citra hops that are bitter. By having the hops on the can, I think they kind of negated it a little bit. That's why I didn't give them a hit for it.
All right.
Because if you're reading the can to buy a beer, you should know a little bit.
All right,
about
then
beer.
I'm not going to go down as much as then maybe he's going to, but I will drop it down to a 3.25.
Terre Haute Brewing Company, I just saved your ass on John's score, just saying.
So you
Yeah.
would like, much like the announcing at the Foaling, more reparations.
No, and once again, I actually like it better than that. But we have principles.
Yeah.
do?
Because I know enough about beer, I saw Citra, I immediately knew it wasn't going to be that bitter. I was like, it's going to be hazy.
Well, I'm looking at it. It's very clearly hazy.
Yeah.
And,
So, it comes out to, I think, a 3 average.
yeah, it's a 3 average.
Look at me go. I try to think of it as money.
Yeah.
That's how I usually remember.
Yeah.
$1.25.
Listen, it's enjoyable beer that if someone had that, I'd gladly grab it and drink it.
You want to, actually, that kind of works. How much would you pay for the beer? Pride? Quarter?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
All
I
right.
wouldn't pay a quarter.
So, although stouts are normally last, I am going to move this one ahead of the quad because I know how strong a taste that Quandary has.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
So I'm going to move the Goodwood up just a little bit to make sure we don't hammer.
Have you ever had anything from River North?
I don't think so.
Oh, strap in.
gosh.
I didn't even bring out one of the biggest boys.
Yeah. Put that over there.
That's more the just solid beer version of them. Anyway, this one is the Bourbon Barrel Stout from Goodwood, made in Louisville, Kentucky. Stout aged in a bourbon barrel. Woo! I love how it's bourbon barrel aged. Goodwood, aged in a bourbon barrel.
In case you didn't catch it the first
In case
time.
you missed the big letters across the top.
Listen.
And it's more Jesus Christ. And then if you turn the can, stout aged in a bourbon. No matter how this is facing on a shelf,
You better know what it is.
the only one you might miss it is if they have the seam out. Every other edge of this can is telling you.
Some would say that's very good marketing.
Touched by wood, brewed with limestone water.
Touched by wood.
I don't want to drink it anymore.
I gave consent.
That is definitely a charge.
What did the fucking brewery, what did that head brewer do to this goddamn beer?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez, that's all she's saying. John, go ahead
Can you
and start
test
pouring,
this
please.
for us?
Is there a
You don't
test
wanna
for
open
that?
No, I'm trying to find it on here.
Can I test it?
Yeah.
Why do I have to test it?
It's your job.
Oh.
Science.
No, he means testing it like at the facility.
No, she's
Okay.
all about bragging about doing science until wood gets involved.
Oh, man. HR? No.
Oh, we don't have. We
Shit, that's me.
Yeah, tell you.
Technically, I'm the only one not making a dick joke right now, so.
That would be you. The dog's HR.
Actually, I think that's how John and I decide who's HR, is whoever's not being as inappropriate at the moment.
Good qualifier, as.
The dog's HR.
The least offensive
He was
person
a
in the
good boy.
conversation.
He did ask for permission before hugging. He
He
did.
did.
That was kind of a first
He
for him.
was a cutie.
No, he stands there and he begs and he puts
Yeah.
his one paw up.
Oh, yeah.
That's him asking.
He's such a sweet
All right,
boy.
so according to this, it's no longer in production.
Whoa.
Okay.
Thank you.
But that's if it's the right one, because the can just says bourbon barrel aged.
And stuff.
Untapped says it's Willet bourbon barrel aged.
Okay.
Ooh.
I can't find just a bourbon barrel stout from them.
Well, we got that lady's card. Let's call her real quick.
My wallet's
Hey,
in the
what
truck
the hell
or in the
is
car.
this?
I don't.
Yeah.
What is this beer?
Right? This beer you guys gave us. Who the fuck is this?
Oh no, found just the bourbon barrel. There we go. 8% is all this is, and it
So,
is still in production.
Strong enough, but still drinkable.
Silky American Stout has notes of oak, dark roasted malts, and of course bourbon. Roasted barley produces chocolate and coffee flavors with a lasting vanilla finish. Supposedly, we'll see. I just wanted to match up to that brown ale because that was fucking
I
fire.
get some caramel notes. I get some roasty.
Their brown ale was so damn good that I stopped what I was saying on the mic when John gave it to me to taste it to give them a fucking shout out during the event. Straight up.
That's impressive.
John was waiting on a reaction because he knows how much I love brown ales, but instead of giving it to John, I just grabbed the mic and was like, everybody go fucking drink the brown ale, Goodwood. Like, holy fuck, this is good. John's like, there's the reaction.
This is not near as flavorful as that brown ale.
The nose is solid.
Yeah. Body's too light.
Oh, we got Dr. Drew popping on. Says apparently they sounded more impressed with the barrel than the beer. Saying it's barrel aged like 4 times.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Did you get it?
I got it. Did you get it, Hall?
Yeah,
What about you, Oates?
just barely.
I should have done it the other way around since we asked her about Naked Oats. Damn it! It was a good one, but not good enough. I had
Missed
I
opportunity.
could have one up that.
And evidently HR says you can't get naked anymore. So.
Tyler wouldn't say that.
I'm the only appropriate one on the show right now, which is weird. So
That's why you're HR right now.
I need to say something bad real quick. I need to pass this on to someone else.
Such a quandary.
I get it. It's so thin.
Yeah.
It has good head retention,
Yeah.
but it's such a thin beer. It doesn't carry a lot of those notes that you would expect. I do get a little vanilla. I get a little barrel, not a lot, but it's very Guinnessy in bottle or in body that makes it lose a lot of those flavors you expect.
I wouldn't go quite that hard, but it is thinner than heavier for sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
creamy.
Guinness is brown water.
This isn't much heavier.
It's creamy, which I don't think helps in this case because it just lightens that body up even that much more.
Yeah. What do you think?
I
It's like, damn it, I
it.
didn't want to speak. I was trying to get out of this one.
I like it, but it's not as big as you would think. I feel like, especially with bourbon barrel. I don't get as much bourbon barrel as I would expect.
If a can puts the words bourbon barrel on it like 60 times,
Yeah.
you would think there would be a big flavor punch.
Mm-hmm.
Big gulp, I got a
was gonna
little
say,
bit of Coca-Cola-esque to it.
I just took a big gulp, like as the last drink. I was like, "Oh, that was much more pleasant."
My big gulp was basically the exact same thing as the whole beer. Lacking in impressiveness.
Yeah.
Kind of like Matt's dating life.
Oh, that's being generous.
I like it. I was just expecting more. You know, more bourbon barrel.
Just more.
Just more.
Just more.
It's very
Yeah.
drinkable.
It smelled good.
Yeah.
And it's not bad. It's just,
No.
I want more.
Yeah.
Cynthia says she's sorry she can't watch tonight. She's busy at work.
God dang it, Cynthia.
One of our Patreon supporters and somebody who literally watches every week.
Yeah.
She's like, sorry I'm not watching. I'm sure her quote exactly is, I'm sure my absence is extremely noticeable.
It
My
is.
apologies. And then goes on to talk about work shit. But that made me laugh.
Yeah.
It is noticeable.
I like that. Now, thank you, by the way, to all our Patreon supporters. You could see them on the right side of that mid-screen earlier. Basically what that is, and you can get on there for the $1 one as well. But basically we have a whole bunch of different levels. $1 gets you all the exclusive content. $5 gets you the content and a shirt. $12 gets you the content plus 5 shirts. $20 gets you the content, 5 shirts, and a really cool Big Dick Energy keychain. So, thanks to RJ Leatherworks.
Big pee-pee.
Are we just gonna put that as like TBG BDE?
I changed it to the BDE tier. I like that better than Big PP. Big PP just is really hard to say on camera.
You guys are just saying lots of letters right now.
It's like a little
A
overwhelmed.
lot of letters happening.
And when you present the TBG BDE thing, then you got to wear your GFU hat. Or
GFC.
Jesus.
I love how I wore
All
that at
right.
the event. Did not mean to. Didn't realize that was the hat I was wearing. But back to this beer. Just a little shout out to our Patreon. There is, by the way, there's a 7-day free trial on there for the $5 tier, so you can see what kind of content gets posted. Check it out. See if it's something you want to be a part of.
Yeah.
All that good stuff.
Appreciate you.
www.twobeerdedguys.com will take you directly to it.
You will. Good job.
I remembered. I'm sorry, John. I didn't do my job earlier. Anyway, back to this beer. I'm not a huge fan. I am first to score it. I'm not going to hammer it. Like, it's not bad. It's just also not good. I'm going to set it at 2.5 on it.
Is it an average barrel-aged stout?
No.
Because that would be a 3. It's probably not, so I'll go 2.75. It's fortunate we drank it before the Quandary.
Yeah, I'm really glad I
It would
moved it up.
disappear.
Yeah.
Oh, this motherfucker would be like a 0 at that point.
Yeah.
I guess I would probably do 2.75 as well. Like it's not horrible. I don't dislike it. I would definitely drink it. It's just it's not doing the bourbon barrel. It's not giving me a barrel aged beer. It's not doing that.
It's at that, like, if somebody gave this to me, if I bought it, whatever, I wouldn't be, like, upset I had to drink
right.
it.
Yeah.
But it's also not, like, if I'm looking at the shelf of beers, it's never going to be one I purchase.
Yep.
Like, at this point, I'm never going to look at that and be like, you know what? I'm going to spend X amount of dollars on this beer.
Right.
And I'm a little sad about that because I think Goodwood secretly has become pretty solid. That brown ale was
That brown ale was
top-notch.
fucking fire, yeah.
Yeah. So, a little bit sad about this one, but that's okay. I'll continue to sample some Goodwood and yeah. I'll put some Goodwood in my mouth.
And this is why I'm currently HR. John's on a fucking roll.
Oh man.
Damn it, John, don't make me be responsible. Bullshit. From the planet. Bullshit. All right. So, our next beer. Oh, by the way, if you have a favorite brewery that you would like us to go visit, or you live in an area that you just want us to come hang out in, message us, send us a DM, tell us what breweries we should visit. If it's somewhere close to you, like if say you live in, I don't know, South Bend, Fort Wayne, any insert town in Indiana especially, let us know. Be like, hey, these 3 breweries are great in my hometown or our area. How about you come up, let me know, and you can join us. We're happy to have people join us. We love when more people join us at breweries because we support craft, and our theory is that more people that go with us is just more people that are putting money into that craft brewery. So, and we never charge breweries a single dollar. We don't ask for anything. We're just there to support them.
Wooden Bear Brewery just popped up, says come visit us.
Wouldn't surprise me if that was true.
Right?
I don't think I've ever been asked more in my life.
We're going to make it. We'll make it. Promise.
Technically, we had you planned last year, and then I have a real bias against Greenfield at this point. It's fine.
Gabby, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Oh, gosh.
What should people be excited for coming out for Sunking?
Nothing. No.
She's like, more science!
Gosh, well, I was gonna say more science. Well, I was gonna say electric reindeer, but that's kind of already out. So probably our Delta 8 seltzers.
Oh yeah, they're canned.
Oh yeah.
Yep,
yeah.
we're canning our Delta 8 seltzers. So come on, let's come get wacky. You know,
They taste fucking amazing.
They are real good, yeah.
they are really good. I like the flavors that we picked for those. Something different, you know.
I'm gonna buy my mom a case to chill
I
her
would have to
ass
say
out.
the Delta 8 seltzers. Yeah.
Matt,
That's
you
a
need to
good
take
call.
a case
I
to
was
your
like, wait,
mom.
can I do that and just like give that to my mom and not tell her? Oh, hey, here's some sparkling water, mom.
I would if
That
I were
would
you.
be drugging someone. So
Chill the F
No,
out.
it's not. It's legal.
Yeah, it's legal in Ohio.
Shit, Delta 8's legal
They
here.
said I can do this in Ohio. So.
I'm not gonna not tell my mom. I'm just gonna give them to her and be like, you need to drink these.
No, I feel like they're, you know, they're not overly done or anything. I
No.
feel like, especially if you aren't someone who ever partakes in weed, you're gonna like them. I think.
Drink 4 or 5, get real chill. It'll be great.
I once stopped at Denver CBD where they were still on 96th Street and had a coffee and then went and got a seltzer. I felt pretty good.
By the end of the day, you were feeling pretty
That was
good.
a good day.
Is that the day you brought home the growler and then I tried it here too?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, the coffee helped kind of get you up a little bit while you're.
Well, it was CBD coffee too.
Yeah, it's been like you kind of.
Yeah, it was a CBD coffee, then the Delta 8.
I had the CBD coffee when they were installing the security there when I was there, and then it was like with cereal milk or some shit. I was like, oh, this is like a lot of things.
Cereal milk.
And Matt took the rest of the day off.
No, that was a day long install.
It was all installed in 5 minutes. They just hung out the rest of the fucking day. That'd be smart.
That's Rice Krispie
I need to get a job where I have to install shit at breweries.
You should, yeah.
Just set up one a
Wait, we have
day.
a job where we go to breweries and just drink.
Oh, we do. Damn.
You do have that job already. Yeah.
We don't pay enough. Anyway.
But if you sign up for our Patreon,
We would love for this to be our full-time job. It'll never happen, but we would love it. That'd be fun as shit.
right?
We would travel everywhere.
Living the dream.
Hey, what are you doing next weekend? Not sure. We're getting in a car and heading some direction. Hitting all the breweries.
Yep.
All right, guys. This is River North. I knew he was going to do it, so yeah. Quandary Single Cask. Quadruple ale aged in bourbon barrels. Coming in at a whopping 14.3%, which is kind of
for
light
them.
for them, yeah. This is vintage 2022. 30 cases bottled. Barrel type was a wheated bourbon. This single cask series showcases the unique character of a single oak barrel and the essence of the spirit it previously contained.
Sounds so romantic.
This is one of
essence.
this brewery, for those of you that don't know, which is probably just Gabby at this point. This is the brewery that caused us to create a entire weekend trip to a city.
Yeah.
This will be
Or now yearly.
Yeah, this will be year 3 of going for us.
Yep.
Oh wow.
I'm just a little ahead because I had to move Jared and Katie down and back.
Like, there's a reason we're talking about, you know what, we have enough, we're starting to get enough brewery friends out there. We might want to start a beer fest out there.
Ooh.
It's a long-term goal.
Oh, I'm bringing it up to Burns when we stop in.
Oh, yeah.
Just so you know.
Thank you.
I am 100% going to try to
Hey,
shortage on too much on that one.
that sounds like a John problem.
Now it's a map.
Ooh.
As long as I'm still holding the glasses, it's all y'all.
Oh, it smells so good.
Yeah.
So, Gabby, this brewery, like I said, it's in Denver, and they do everything from fucking pilsners and lagers excellently to these big ass beers. They've done a 23 point something stout, which was their most recent anniversary beer. The highest we've had from them is their 22% 10-year anniversary stout a couple years ago. They do literally all across the board. We've probably tried 50 to 60 beers of theirs by now, because we try everything that's on tap while we're there.
Yeah.
And we found one that was less than a 3, and we've only had a handful that were like below a 3.25.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one, and the one that was below a 3 though was like really far below a 3. It was a really shitty beer.
For the most part, they know what they're doing.
It's absurd.
And what's funny about that is they were just like, yeah, that one sucked.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, we fucked up. The nose is fantastic. So much caramel on the nose.
I always love when you get like a good beer on here, because then there's just like a hush falling over the crowd, like while we're all sampling at the same time. Like, oh yeah.
That is such a rich caramel note.
That's great.
And at 14%, that is incredibly smooth. Like, it's not boozy.
I mean, it is.
Well, it's not 14 boozy.
No. I would never guess 14%.
I think it's funny that you were just like,
Yes,
this isn't
9.
one of the big heavy hitters. This is just one of their middle of the roads. And yeah, I actually agree with that. Like, this is very pleasant. It's very good. But, man, it is
Still,
not...
14% well executed, delicious. Still,
But if you do this bottle this time and don't concentrate on their previous performance,
Yeah.
this is a fantastic beer.
Yeah.
Oh,
it is.
yeah.
It is.
This is
absolutely.
great.
The problem with them and us scoring anymore is
No.
I have noticed I've noticed a trend in some of our scores with them lately. We've gotten harsh on beers that are easy a 4, and it's all of a sudden they're like 3.5. So like it's like we're like, no, motherfuckers, this was not one of your blah 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 blah.
this is not one of your top tier beers. This is like,
Well, listen, it's
A
their
high
fault. When we're used to taking that first sip and just...
melting.
Yeah.
What did you say?
Melting.
Oh, fuck. Get out of my head.
Yep.
I need HR.
Hi. That's still me, bud.
Damn it.
Have you not paid attention to the show? Still me.
He's got ESPN. He's reading my thoughts.
But what's funny is I would understand somebody melting into this beer.
Oh, no.
That caramel note with that barrel essence is so pleasant.
I like it a lot.
For someone who's never had them, what do you think of this?
I'm pleasantly surprised. You know, you told me it was going to be a pretty high ABV, and I'm not getting that at all. Like,
Yeah.
Welcome to
it's
River
very
North.
drinkable. Yeah, the caramel, the chocolate, it's just great. I like it a lot.
One of our
Date finish, like,
I can see
best
that, kinda
beer
like it.
friends that we've created since this show started is their head of marketing. And it's funny because we ordered them on Tavor one time. Fell in love with the beer. We're like, okay,
Just once?
we're going to order more on Tavor, right?
Okay.
So we got Matt and I and John were like, it's on Tavor. We bought it. We fell in love even more. I was moving my friend out to Denver, him and his wife. I moved them out. I'm like, hey, I'm here. Where? Now, this is like 2020. They're still having all sorts of shit going on. I'm like, oh, yeah, they have their outdoor seating open in Denver in December. Fuck it, still going. I messaged them. I'm like, hey, we're the Two Beerded Guys. We've sampled some of your beers and scored them before. I'm going to be there. Don't know if you care, kind of thing. She responds. I meet her. We have a blast. And then from then on out, she's inviting us down. We start coming down. Now we will be there every year. We check because we've made more friends. Like Burns Family Artisan Ales.
wonderful people.
Great fucking people and great fucking beer.
Rocky Top.
Rocky Top Tavern, the bartenders there loved us. We just have way too much fucking fun when we go down there.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, and every year we have certain things that we have to hit, and then we add new shit every year.
Yeah, we got invited to crash a wedding last year.
We did get invited.
Really?
We met
Not
a kid.
in Colorado, though.
No, we met a kid.
Down in Louisiana.
So he had just moved out there. His fiance was in Louisiana, where they both are from.
It was him and
They
his
were
cousin, right?
They're not getting married. The cousins were not getting married.
Sorry.
The
His
The
cousin,
way you
he
said
both-
that, but him and his cousin were there drinking.
It
We met
was
them.
Alabama.
Louisiana.
Louisiana.
So then he's like, "Hey, you should crash our wedding," because evidently both families are very stiff and very religious, and
Oh.
he's like, "I need more fun people at the wedding," and he's like, "You guys would be a fucking blast." John and I legit started looking at fucking airline flights, all shit. Problem is,
How long is it going to drive?
it was also Mardi Gras weekend, so everything was like priced up a little bit.
Oh, we should have driven.
We should have. We really should have.
He was just like, they're going to hate you guys, and I'm going to love it.
And the best part is, he goes, "You tell me that you want to do it. I'll text my fiance right now and just basically be like, fair warning."
Yep.
We
Oh my
damn
gosh.
near did it.
You could have caused a huge fight. That would have been the.
And it was in
funniest
Baton
fucking
Rouge, so it
thing.
wasn't that far away from New Orleans. So we're like,
Two Bearded Guys breaking up marriages.
before they start. No, the problem is, from what his cousin said, the wife was like him and would have loved it.
Oh really?
But it would have been the families freaking the fuck out.
That would have been so funny.
Yeah,
that would have been a great story.
We probably should have. But
There was a 5% chance that we were going, and I really
the
wanted
cost,
to go.
we started doing the cost problem, and that was,
And it was just in 2 weeks.
yeah, it was 2 weeks
Yeah.
after
Tell
our
us good
Denver
at dollar
trip.
math.
So we were just in Denver, and it was only 2 weeks later, so you don't have that recoup time
Right,
yet.
right.
Yeah. So, but we probably should have, because that would have been a story we'd have never
That
stopped.
would've
Yeah,
been
I'll never
hilarious.
stop telling.
Tyler, what are you playing with there, bud?
Oh, you mean our RJ Leatherworks coasters, including fucking damn it, douchebag, John,
Emotional damage. Okay.
suck it, Matt.
Douchebag?
You should have been a blowjob.
Oh.
I've seen harder pussies, and let us pray. I love how that was the one at the end,
Let us pray.
because after all that, that just was like,
lettuce. Lettuce is gonna be the pun here.
all these and lettuce is what.
That's the closer, huh?
Stop.
I didn't know the order they were in. Sorry. Although I'm kind of glad that was last. That's just funny.
It worked.
This beer this time, I believe I am... No, John's up.
Yeah, that's me. Hi, I'm John. I'm up.
But you're sitting down.
Oh
But nope, HR can't get reported again.
I can't hear you. It's the kind of HR we have. Whoever's HR just stops listening.
At work, my HR lady, she's hearing impaired.
Thank God.
Yeah,
That works out well.
it does actually.
no. What? Oh nothing.
Nothing.
John, score the damn beer.
I think it's good. It is for River North. You're right. We're going to probably underscore this because we're now rating it on River North scale. So it's a 4.0. But yeah, it's very delicious.
Oh, is it my okay?
All right, we've done this for 7 beers now. That's why she couldn't remember.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
I'd give it a 4. I really liked it a lot. It doesn't give you that like that hot burn, you know, that how high ABV feeling that a lot of stouts do. So I liked it a lot. Yeah.
That 22% that we had.
Right. 22%.
Tasted like a 14.
Wow.
Oh, it was that 22 was hilarious. We literally had like, and this 14 tastes even lighter. So what are you scoring?
Oh, this is 14.
yeah, this one's the 14.
Wow. Still, yeah, I would give it a 4 for sure.
I'm going to probably be the only person that gives it a more accurate score, and I'm giving it a 4.25.
Okay, that's fair.
The next step up.
John, I was shocked you gave it a 4, to be honest, John.
I was going to go 3.75.
I had a real bad
What?
feeling you were going to.
Get your finger out of your ass, bud.
You know what? I did.
That's a fair rebuttal. You did go 3.75. I'm proud of you.
No, he gave it a 4.
Yeah.
So
Got my
he
finger out
didn't
my
give it a
ass.
3.75.
I got my finger on my ass.
The fact that you contemplated that hurts me a little.
I really thought he was. It's so damn good, and it's worth a 4, and I would seek this out. But when I now have like 20 fucking beers from River North I would seek out.
Yeah, now it's not. Now if I go out there and there's a fridge full of beer, if I can't buy it all, then I'm going to have to make choices.
Oh, that's always a bad choice. We had to do that a little bit last year
I
just
know.
because of suitcase room.
Yeah.
And we still almost
50
ran out of
pounds,
room.
yeah. 50.01.
Matt basically had nothing in his suitcase but beer being
Oh,
flown
no.
home, and we hit 50 pounds.
50 pounds of just beer.
Yeah.
That's
And
good.
like some underwear, I think.
Well, you had to pack it with
One
something.
sock. I'm pretty sure one sock's still in the Airbnb. I had to cut weight.
Matt, not that you count, but what would you give it?
The right answer here, if you get our jadedness aside, this is a 4.5 all day. This thing is drinkable.
She's clapping under the table for you.
Decadent.
Yeah.
It's delicious. It's smooth drinking 14. There is no reason this beer is not upper tier stuff for any time. Even though we've gotten so used to some other like crazier stuff, this is so perfect execution.
And it's so simply done.
Yeah.
They just made a good beer, put it in
It
one
is.
barrel, didn't blend, didn't do anything crazy.
And
Just
you're still getting so much
Nice.
flavor out of it with that simplicity of creation.
all right. Now that we've had you sample 7 beers, tell us what it's like to work for Smo.
He's
Start
a good
small.
boss. He's nice. I feel like he's prepared me for the job, showed me the ropes and everything.
Might be the best compliment a boss could ever get right there.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah,
Nice.
no, he's
Yeah.
a good boss.
Prepared for the
Prepared.
job.
Oh yeah.
He's a good boss. If you told me I had to, come up with some good jokes and some good digs beforehand, I would have came prepared.
You're on a live show and we're friends with Smo. You should have known that just show up to have digs on
I
Smo.
didn't think about it.
Shit, this might be the nicest we've ever been to him. That's fine.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it. Okay.
Hey, we're just glad you're able to make it.
Yeah.
After last week, I got a little worried. I thought you were trying to
I'm
dodge us.
sorry.
Family stuff.
I did. I had some family stuff. I'm sorry.
It's a big bottle.
We thought
Oh,
Smo
you need some support.
Yes, actually.
Smo was overworking you, and
No, I had to babysit my little sister. Big sister things.
Lovely shoulder surgery problems. I just look like the...
Oh,
he
wait.
can't pour... He can't pour...
Is it actually heavy?
Yeah, for my arm, yes.
Oh, right. You forgot about that shoulder surgery.
I'm allowed to row 2 pounds.
Oh, shit.
2 pounds. Wait.
Okay.
I lay down on a PT bed and I lift a pink weight like this.
There you go.
I might have one of those over there.
You do. I've used it. John, take
It's
yours.
not a shake weight.
I keep forgetting.
A shake weight
weights
would
are
complement
so
a slap chop
funny.
for you really nicely, though. Kind of get you in preparation, right?
The only way John can dice an onion.
Shake weights are hilarious because they really thought that was going to be like the next big thing. Like they really thought that was going to take
It
off.
kind of was for a little bit.
Well, I mean, was it though?
Just for, like, jokes and novelty alone.
Well,
Okay,
the South
yeah,
Park
fair point.
episode, the South Park shake weight episode is my all-time favorite.
There's a South Park shake weight episode.
Oh, I'm gonna need you to
How
find
young
that
are you?
because it is so inappropriate that it's amazing.
I've actually been a South Park hater for a majority of my life. I know, right?
She's too damn young.
It
This is
depends on the
bullshit.
season. It's easy to say that.
Oh, I mean,
though.
there's
I
bad
just always
seasons.
been a hater for South Park. I don't know why. I have no reason. other
South
than
Park's one of the
being
few
a
like
hater.
shows like that that's not out of touch. That's why I like South Park. Simpsons is so far past its prime, it's just not enjoyable anymore.
Yeah.
I used to be a big Simpsons fan, but like after season like 15, it just boom. Halloween Horrors is still good, but
Because they keep trying to keep it family oriented and family PG, but it's just not.
yeah, The
It's not
Simpsons
working.
got away from it's what made it right. South Park's just always been like they've been canceled 6 times. Like,
Whatever the topic this week is, what's happening is that week's episode.
Yeah.
Like, they do get credit for that.
Hot Molly Brewing's Team Mom's Marshmallow Pumpkin Pecan Ale Bourbon
Ooh.
Barrel Aged, and they only had to put that once. This is only 8%, shockingly, though. 2023, this is literally released this year. We are very excited for
I think
this.
it released Saturday.
Aged for 8 months. No, this one was not. Technically, this one was aged or released a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
This was not part of the Strong, which is behind us.
Okay.
That 3 variants of it were released Saturday.
Okay.
This one was, though, really recently. Aged for 8 months in Bear Wallow bourbon barrels. Matt, you drink more bourbon than I do, even though I drink a lot. What the fuck is that?
I wasn't familiar with that.
area. Actually, I've been to Bear Wallow.
And that's
Really?
why I don't know what it
Yeah.
is, because nothing good comes out of Bloomington.
More Nashville, but yeah.
All right, if that I have faith in.
Still, it ain't Tucky.
So marshmallow, pecan,
Pumpkin.
pumpkin. All right, marshmallow, pecan, pumpkin.
Lot of shit.
Not getting much of that in the nose.
That's why we're drinking
Maybe
it
a
immediately,
little
just because
pecan?
there's so much shit going on.
I
I'm
don't know.
going
I
to
feel
get
like
it before it
like,
drops out.
You know how like the pecan and like I know it's not sweet potato casserole, but yeah, you get that like similar texture.
Kind of a sweetness.
Yeah, like
Like a
A
light,
little bit of a pumpkin spice.
a little bit of barrel on the nose.
like a light pecan.
Not a lot of the flavors that they describe are there.
Nope.
And by not a lot, I mean, I'm not sure I get any of them.
Well, I don't want to be upset.
Try being us. Probably one of our closest friends in brewing.
This is like This is like Hog Molly and the 2022 Full Fest.
Came up short.
All they had to do is, get on that waiver wire, get a new player, and then see the outcome this year.
What's funny is I guarantee that strong side is going to be just stupid good.
Yeah.
I think they tried to do too much with too weak a body beer.
And is it a little bit kind of tart? I don't want to say sour, but kind of tart.
Yeah. I can see that for sure.
I can attribute that
It's
to
just an ale. It's not a stout. So make sure we keep that in mind.
I think that might kind of lean more towards like the pumpkin flavoring that you're getting on that one, John. Like I wouldn't say.
That's why I didn't want to say sour. Because
It doesn't taste like it's gone bad.
Yeah, I see. I see what you're saying, but
yeah.
I think it's more just that pumpkin-ness kind of popping up on that one.
Tastes like they used maybe a quad body. Maybe a double. Actually, probably only a double.
I mean, it's not a bad drinking beer. It's just all the flavors that are on the label
Aren't there?
aren't quite there.
You know
The
what's
aroma's nice.
You know she's gonna watch Wednesday like she always does when we have one of her beers on. Yeah.
But, I mean, it does smell nice, but
And don't worry, anyone who ever watches this, even when we know people, we're brutally fucking honest.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can sit here and tell you, I've had some amazing stuff from them. So,
It's an understatement.
you can't hit every field goal. It's football brewer, so I'm trying to make a
nice pun.
save. Yeah.
Good job.
I
wanted to give you something, but I was like, there's not a button that's quite appropriate level of.
feel like they just did too
almost-
much.
And I think for the flavors they were going for and the combination there, it's probably the equivalent of a 52-yarder. You should be able to hit it, but it can be difficult.
Oh, good lord.
Listen, you got baseball, I got football. And it's a football brewery.
I think your puns are hitting the post, John.
I would say the aroma is about there, but the flavors are just missing.
The aroma's about there.
Yeah.
I do get what you're saying about tartness.
Yeah.
I want to say that has to be the pumpkin.
Yeah, it's.
Because it's not tart to where it feels wrong. It's just like
It's not that
it's just
infected
there.
tart.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like the flavor is.
That's why I want to make sure I
Yeah.
clarify. Yeah, that's why I didn't call it
Yeah.
sour.
And in all fairness, we've had a lot of their beer, and I've never had an infected one.
No.
But
And this isn't bad. It's just not doing what it says on the label.
when you have the words marshmallow, you expect vanilla sweetness.
Yep.
When you have
Not getting
pumpkin, and it doesn't say pumpkin spice, so it does just say pumpkin. So, in all fairness, canned pumpkin or even pumpkin straight out doesn't taste like what people think pumpkin does.
No.
So I could get where that comes the tartness.
Yeah.
That kind of makes sense. Pecan, though, is a little bit more of a sweet nut. Like, that's in the context of work. Stop it.
Calm down, HR.
Marshmallow
fun.
Come
pecan.
your tits, HR.
Marshmallow and pecan are flavors I expect to bring a sweetness to a beer.
It does have a sweetness. Not enough for you?
Oh, I hate sweet beers. I think there's no sweetness.
See, I do think it's sweet enough. But
That tartness throws me off.
Yeah.
and just not with the pinpointed flavors.
And
that
I
I'm
do
just not
think
getting.
I think it's because they probably, knowing them, used like either canned or real, like just fresh pumpkin, one of the two. Probably canned. It's easier.
Yep.
I'm curious what the
Alright,
base beer was for it. Like I was trying to like see if I could find something, but like just trying to look it up.
Just
like,
says pumpkin yam beer on
yeah,
Untappd,
like, it's
so
new enough that I'm not being able to find a whole lot of deets on it. But
just says pumpkin yam.
Interesting.
We love Hog Molly. Not only because they're cool,
only 9
amazing
o'clock.
people.
James isn't asleep yet.
They make good beer.
They do.
This one was a miss. Wide right.
No, this is a good beer. I
What
would drink this beer.
was the base beer for Team Moms? And what kind of pumpkin?
Team Moms.
great name though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really
shout out Team Moms.
Really fucking great when you can text people. I hope he responds.
I think it's...
Building those relationships is maybe my favorite part of what we do. It really is.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like knowing, oh yeah, I know this brewer from up here and over and over.
It's not even that. It's not even that kind of name dropping, which we do when we have to.
Yeah.
When we're trying to get into certain events, or we'll drop Smo's name just to remind people we actually know what we're talking about a little bit.
Unless to establish
But we try not to like name drop for that. But like being able to have a relationship with different people from around the area just to like, we've done it to smoke forever, but
hey, Chris Knight,
what's
if you're
the-
watching, what's the ABV?
yeah, what's
Right.
the ABV? What hops were used in this? You know, Stefan from Hoplore, what hops were used in this? It's fun.
Yeah.
We used to work in the industry. We both miss working in the beer industry.
Yep.
We don't miss all of that goes into it, but we
like money.
yeah, we miss working in the
Don't
industry
we all?
and health insurance benefits.
Yeah, that's always good.
Those are beneficial. But we miss the day-to-day, we miss the people. So doing this is basically our way of staying involved and bringing somebody who never worked in the industry into it to the point where now he can actually kind of call himself an industry professional.
I would never dare do that.
I know, because he hates the word industry and it's so much fun.
I was saying professional, but
The industry.
Oh, he hates that. He hates it. It's so much
I don't
fun.
hate the word industry. I hate when you use the word like in the context of, oh, I worked in the industry. I'm like, ugh, that's like your
Yeah, and
region.
anyone who ever did immediately goes,
100% knows.
Yep. You can bond by saying you worked in the industry with people.
It's
Just
like,
the industry, not even the brewing industry.
No, just
No.
the industry.
yeah, because there's a lot of
Just
industries,
the industry
right?
incorporates everything from bars to brewing.
Kitchen to...
Kitchen.
The
Now,
industry.
if you say it's
The
a
industry.
hospitality industry, basically, but non-clothed people, we don't like them. The food hospitality, food and drink hospitality.
We don't like them.
No,
He said the non-club.
it's different. It's different. The people who do both are psychopaths. It's different.
And he's back off HR.
No, I'm still better than both of you right now.
The dog is HR. I thought we would. What's his name?
Griffin.
Griffin is HR.
Griffin's so HR, we don't even know his name. Oh, that fits.
Yeah.
Griffin is.
He's so
Griffin.
HR. He's in the other
Griffin,
room not paying
the
attention.
name Griffin is HR. I mean, am I wrong?
Damn,
Griffin
he
Door.
must be busy with the kids.
Yeah.
Griffin?
Stupid asshole having a 9-month-old. He's probably busy. All right.
Griffin will be HR. Like Toby.
It's not a bad beer. Oh, that fits.
You're making points.
It's not a bad beer.
No, it's not.
It
about
just
beer.
doesn't hit any flavor profile
Yeah,
I like.
And this just poured and handed me. Try this. Oh, I like it's an enjoyable beer, but when you hear what's supposed to be on it, we're just not quite.
If it
Getting
gave
that.
me any vanilla or any pecan, all right, marshmallow. Some people don't say vanilla, but marshmallow is basically fucking vanilla and fluff.
Wasn't that your?
I don't like, and I'm assuming it's the pumpkin. I don't like it. I don't like that pumpkin. I don't like whatever's giving me that tartness.
Oh, I understand.
Hater.
I can't wait to hear the scores on this.
Hated it.
I believe she's first too, isn't
Yep.
Oh gosh, I feel like I was
Yes!
first last time.
No,
but-
he was.
3 times ago.
All right. I would say. Gosh, this is a hard one.
All right, James, that's not a good answer.
Probably a 3.5. No, a 3.5. A 3.5. Okay, that's my final answer.
You gonna phone a friend?
No, this is me submitting.
That's
This
a
is me
submit
submitting
button
my
right there.
Thank you.
All right,
Gosh.
so the best answer I've gotten so far, James sent me literally the untapped thing. Ashley says, originally the pumpkin ale brewed with pumpkin puree and spices. Then we added marshmallow fluff and flavoring, pecan extract to create Teen Moms, then barrel aged that. All right, so marshmallow fluff and pecan extract added to a pumpkin puree ale. So it's just basically a pumpkin ale barrel aged with all the other shit. I just don't think it's a heavy enough body to carry the other shit's the problem. Would be my guess.
Yeah, because I would say this was like a good pumpkin ale. Maybe a bit nutty, like a little. I can see the nuttiness a little bit, but a pumpkin ale, yeah.
I don't know why it's so tart.
I wouldn't say so tart's a stretch.
Yeah.
But there is a tart essence.
It's the pumpkin. Like it's that like you take a bite of a pumpkin pie. There's that little like
Yeah.
pumpkin tang at the end. Like that's what you're getting.
That has to be what
Pumpkin
it is, 'cause
tang,
there
John,
is
pumpkin
there is a
tang.
slight tartness, but it's not overly done.
John's gonna quietly disagree.
Matt might need to be included in this one.
Nope. You and I can't be taken out unless like you're having like COVID symptoms or something, and you're not. So
Bad tongue day.
All right, your turn.
what'd you end up scoring it?
3.5.
I'm gonna give it a 3.25. It's not. I think it's above average for a pumpkin beer for me. It's just it would be a 3.5. No, I'm giving it a 3 because it would be probably a 3.5, but it doesn't have enough of what's on the bottle to be in it. So I'm going to drop it a half point to a 3.
All right. Well, fortunately, my score isn't going to tank it, but I'm going to give it a 2. I do not like this.
Hater.
And I love Hog Molly.
James asked if we're reviewing it. I'm like, yep. He's like, hope you like it.
You're like, nope.
This is actually one of the best pumpkin beers I've tasted.
Side note, don't watch the show.
It's a 3 average.
Thank fucking Christ.
Yeah.
Again, we're brutally honest, so like, I root for people we like to do well, but
Listen, I drank the shit out of that Blackberry Blonde. That was
Yeah, you
fucking
did.
good.
Mm-hmm. They do good black.
Yeah,
I know what
they
you're talking
do
about,
do.
the blackberry.
Those 2 days, those sessions. Oh my god.
oh, the 2-a-day session ale or IPA. Oh my god, it's
So
a
good.
lemon session IPA. And
Also, great beer mixture with anything you put into it.
Yup.
sorry, James. He goes, just turned it on. Well, shit. James,
Sorry,
since you're
buddy.
watching right now, if you'd heard all of it, the quick rundown is for John. He wasn't a fan of the.
Getting
There's a little
tartness.
tartness in the bottle. We're guessing comes from like the more pumpkin extract,
hater.
pumpkin puree. I mean, Gabby, who is in the chem lab at Sun King, so a very smart individual, gave it a 3.5. I gave it a 3. Averages out to our average beer of a 3. Marshmallow didn't come through enough for us. The pecan didn't come through enough. I think it's just such a light body that it doesn't fully get all the flavors carried through.
I'm
Didn't
being
have broad
overly
enough
sensitive.
shoulders.
I'm being overly sensitive to the tartness. So
Yeah. So that's why we appreciate it. We can't wait to do Strong Side, which will be up probably pretty soon because I love that fucking beer.
yeah.
But comes out to a 3 average. Thank you guys.
James just jumped on. Said Ashley just jumped on as well.
Oh God. Ashley, you could probably turn it off. We still love
I
you.
love the
pressure.
Blackberry Blonde. That
We
was
still love you.
fucking amazing. I want to pair that with some tea.
Thank you for our bottles.
Yeah, I can see that. I can
Yeah.
see
Hey,
that.
hey,
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you for the bottles.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Yeah.
you.
But most important part of the show, what was your beer of the night, Matt?
Oh shit. You know what?
Jesus Christ.
No.
Every time with him.
I am gonna go back. All right, James blew us a little kissy winky face, and Ashley says, "Still love y'all." I think we might be okay.
Okay.
I was worried about James. I need Ashley to still love us.
I hate to do this, but I am gonna go River North. Like, it's been a little while since we've had one of theirs, and that one was just such a good execution of a great beer that just really kind of rekindled our simple beginnings of starting River North and what we fell in love with, and that was it.
John?
Honestly, it's the school PB&J.
Really?
It wasn't my favorite beer of the night, but the peanut butter was good enough, and I really enjoyed the jammy berry aspect. That one probably stood out the most, even if it wasn't my favorite.
And something I forgot to tell Gabby before we started this part of the show
Yeah.
was beer of the night doesn't necessarily have to be your highest rated beer. It can be the one that surprised you the most pleasantly surprised, not negatively. We did have somebody hear that part and be like, this one, I'm like, you hated that beer. Yeah, you said surprised. Pleasantly
We
surprised.
went in a good way.
When I say beer of the night, I'm not telling you to go with your lowest shit. But, yeah.
Okay.
So, what is yours?
Well, the Red's Apple Ale Imperial Stout did surprise me because I like Red's regular, and I was like, oh wow, I like this a lot more. Oh shoot, I'm so sorry. It's Angry Orchard. Wow, okay.
It's the one I don't have out here. I'll
But
forget
yeah,
it.
Angry Orchard Imperial, I like that a lot. Yeah, like I said, a lot more than the red.
A lot more than the red.
God.
You're special. And guys, she has to do math and
Oh,
chemistry
no.
for a living.
All right, my real favorite, School Day PB&J.
Jesus Christ. I'm so happy.
Good book, Gabby.
Oh no,
We're clipping this and just sending it to someone.
Words are hard, yeah.
the School Day PB&J was really good. I liked the peanut butter a lot. I liked the berry a lot, even though it wasn't jelly. I liked the the berry to it. That was definitely my favorite.
What would be the Q in a PB&Q?
I don't know.
Peanut butter and queso.
I was like, okay. You already fucked up the first thing you were gonna
Now you just
say.
gotta roll with it.
Don't fuck up the second thing.
And then she did.
PB&Q.
Now
That's
you fucked
cute.
up.
I mean,
I don't
peanut
know.
butter
Now you
queso,
fucked
like,
up. You
probably wouldn't work,
fucked
but
up
I'd be
now.
willing to try it. That's not that far off from, like, the
God
Elvis Killer,
dang it.
right? Like,
Peanut butter and queso.
Now wait a minute.
She just got fucking excited.
Wait. That might be good.
Peanut butter jelly and queso. The PB&Q. So yeah, just peanut butter and
yeah,
queso.
peanut butter queso.
Yeah, that's funny.
There's not that many foods that start with Q.
You know what?
You guys, I tried.
Some ground beef
Okay.
with some bacon and some jalapeno, and then the peanut butter, and then the queso.
It might actually fucking work.
Stefan,
That's the
the type of shit you do.
that's the problem is that might fucking work.
That might work.
For me, guys, I hate to agree with Matt, and I hate to go basic bitch on it, but the quandary was damn good. The other one for me, though, that was neck and neck was Alice. I thought that one surprised me pleasantly. Very good, enjoyable sour. Decent night all around. We didn't have any real stinkers or anything. Matt, you got anything before we close out?
Yeah, Brett says could be peanut butter and Quaker oats.
I don't think so.
I mean, that could, I mean, be super
naked
drying. You have to have, like, 2 glasses of milk.
If they're naked, we're good.
If it was PB and N,
Oh,
if it was
call back
PB
to
and
earlier.
N, the PB and naked oats, you know.
It works. The callback
And-
to earlier.
We also got a comment from a VL on YouTube. Says, hello, let's beer swellow. And what the show must go on. I'm feeling flow.
Right.
What is boogie woogie doogie? I'm feeling chill and drinking Finnish tradition beer shoddy.
Hell yeah, me
So
So I really love, I think, what you said.
I think I read it
Because I like how you're on the show. Great, thank you. They mentioned beer. They're drinking beer.
yeah.
a Finnish beer.
It sounds like a good comment.
Evidently,
Sorry
they
I
got some
butchered
flow
that.
going. So my guess is they're young, or they're attempting to sound young. Now they said flow and boogie woogie. They ain't young.
No.
They're in their 50s trying to say they're young. Shit, I'm confused.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for
if
tuning
we,
in,
if we
though.
know you and you're just
Yeah.
having fun, let us know who you are. Otherwise, thanks for tuning in.
And watch again.
Watch again and try to get on at 7 Eastern, and we can hear more of your
we can read more of your rhymes.
lingo. The fuck was that? I'm so
I love
confused.
it. It's good.
Guys, thanks.
Matt was reading it though.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I feel like I did a pretty good job of most of that.
Boogie woogie. No, sorry. Fucking goddamn it. Guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you again follow all our cool sponsors and partners. Indiana on Tap. Without them, we would have a much more boring summer.
Yep.
A lot of fun, great people to do Beer Fest with. So if you see an Indiana on Tap event, do it. Craft or Die, he has a new drop coming up, so follow that. Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Our drunken shenanigans.
Thanks to them, because without them, we don't get to do our drunken movie reviews, which will not be recorded tonight. But
It was a busy weekend.
But if it were,
we'll have a double feature next weekend. Showing of Black Friday will be our review, and I'll go ahead and let you guys know. Shit, I don't remember. Is it Draft Day next week?
Draft Day.
Draft Day.
next week.
I couldn't remember if it was that one or the other one, but the other one's just dropped, and we haven't had a chance.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So Draft Day. Yeah, it's been a long night. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Gabby, for being on the show finally.
Thanks for having me.
She only canceled once. That's better than some people.
Only one time.
So far.
Madison, I'm calling you out right now. We'll be back next week. We have a whole lot of fun shenanigans set up with a whole lot of cool guests. I'm not going into it. I've told you all about them. I'm TBG_Ops guy.
My dog B&Q.
Our lovely guest.
I'm Gabby.
And behind the mic, the one, the only.
Off screen, Matt.
Later.